Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we build on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast.
What up, everybody? Yeah, my hat is backwards. It's some old school right now. What's good, girl? Y'all caught me making my matcha. Just putting this in. Y'all just coming in. Hold on, let me get this thing ready. Welcome to another episode of Killah Priest Podcast. I am your host, Brother Glow. You know what I mean? Running the rocket ship is none other than A.D.A. Dizzle.
Yeah, what's good? Welcome back. It's going to be a wild show. Let's go.
Yo, it's going to be super wild, man. I see the super chat.
Super wild.
Hey, yo, check this out, man. To my side is none other than Minkepera.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all know who it is. Minkepera the Great.
Yo, let's
get it.
Let's open it up.
We got Rasulullah 7 from the Lost Children of Babylon, straight from Philadelphia.
Okay. We got a special guest up in the house today.
Yeah.
A Rocketeer.
Rocketeer. He made it.
Somebody from the Rockets has made it in the building.
Donny Salinas.
Donny Salinas is in the building. What's good, my brethren?
Thanks for having me, Priest.
Man. What's up?
We finally made it.
Yeah, you finally made it, man. What's good, man? How was your trip and everything over here?
It was good. It was good. I mean, it wasn't what I expected. You know, like it didn't drag.
Yeah.
But it was hard to get a cab and all that.
Yeah.
Tell them where you came from.
I came from Chicago.
Chi-Town in the building.
You already know.
Oak Park.
Nice.
Yeah, I love the piece of the deep dish.
Yeah.
You got all that stuff in there. Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
They got the ices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Chicago, I mean, it just gets cold.
Yeah, it get cold every time, right?
You know.
Yeah, no
but,
doubt.
You know.
Well, we're going to say shout out to your crew. Shout out to the chat room real quick. All the way from the chat room here, man. Anything can happen on this show, bro. Anything can happen on the show. Let's shout out your the Rocketeers in the building. Donny Salinas is here to represent the Rocketeers. And we're going to represent the Craftsmen also. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget about them. Shout out to the chat room. And I forgot to say the number one, because you was here, you threw me off, so you know.
Yeah, my bad,
Coach Kandaka is in the building.
What's up,
in the
Coach?
whip.
I looked to my left and I said, oh, wow. So now we got things back, coming back in order. David Flores says, whoa, Danny in the building.
What's up, David?
Yeah, man, oh, man. Yo, it's going to be off the hook today, man.
Word.
We got something really, really good in store. We got Billy Carson coming through.
Yeah, forbidden knowledge.
Billy's Forbidden Knowledge.
Yeah, let's go.
And that's that forbidden tree, man. We always want to know, take a bite out that forbidden tree. You know what I'm saying? You got Donny Arcade coming in the building.
Oh, he's coming on?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Liberia, Alexandra.
Yeah, man. Janitor.
Portals, you already know.
Yeah, he been winning on his show for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going through portals. Man, it's been a beautiful thing. Yeah, we are in the building. Yeah. Shout out to you. He said peace to the podcast. We're gonna say peace to you too. Send us this segment. Is that the lion? Mm-hmm. Segment, right? I'm learning a lot.
Goddess Queen.
Yeah, Sister Segment. Peace, Killah Priest. A.D. Minkepera, Rasul, Danny, and all. We want to say welcome into the podcraft, because we're going to take off this time. Yeah, a little touch to it, right? Thanks, Charles. Charles hit us with the big gold. Got the flying joint in there. That's good, man. And
That's the Rocketeers, huh?
yeah, got to be the Rocketeers right there. Yeah.
Blasting off.
Yeah. And AD got it going. Who's the illustrator? Who's the dopest? Oh, that's Danny, right? It would be no, that would be Dave. Mm-hmm. Definitely Dave is in the building.
Flores.
Yeah. All right. So, yo, you gotta let us know when they in the building. I think they would be waiting. The AD. Before we go into that, man, we got some funny clips, and it's been a crazy we in the middle of the week now. You know, I can add on, and it's been crazy. It's been the crazy build up to this week. A lot of things happened. A lot of things switched around. A lot of things is getting started, and that vibration is just getting iller. You know what I mean? Where we elevating in our consciousness, and we are. I don't know if that's due to the universe or the you and I verse. You know what I mean? You know, but it's something happening. Something that's something that's happening that's ill. Yo, I told you about the smoking, yo. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. Off the hook already, right? Yeah, man. So, you know, we just keep it on the high. Somebody said how, resonance. And that's what it is. It's going to be like that. And when you get into that zone, you know, I don't know if it's coming from, my question was it coming from the universe or coming from us? How you been feeling lately?
I feel like it's coming from both, but whatever you give out, is if you give it out to the universe,
It's gonna come back.
It's gonna come back. But you know, I feel like everything that you create, you know, like if you're manifesting or whatever, like you'll get a lot in return. That's for sure.
That yin yang, that yin yang. Yeah. You put that whatever you come out, and they come back, boomerang.
Yeah.
Because those thoughts are thoughts of, and it's so cold you say yin yang. It's like because your thoughts of anything that you're striving to obtain, it has a woman in mind with it, so it start off as a feminine energy. Yeah. But when the energy come back from the universe, it'd be a masculine energy because it can actually manifest itself into a physical thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you send it out, and then they come back in. But when it come back in just. Cause I done seen it, Lord. Like.
Happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
You know what I mean?
How many of y'all? I know y'all feeling out there. I mean, it's been a good vibe. What about you, A Dizzle?
I'm setting stuff up. What's the question?
Let you go down. Let you finish up. I'll let you finish up.
I'm
But
ready.
man, how about y'all?
We got some Zoom guests already too. What do you think?
Hey, yo, it's about to be on right now, man. Yes, finally. Sit down with the great Billy Carson, man.
Oh,
yo,
thanks.
yo. Just tell me when. Is he in already?
I'm here.
What's up, my brother? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, man. What's happening, guys?
What's good?
What's going on, Billy?
Hey, what's up, Billy?
Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Carson has stepped up into the building. Who is that? Who's that on the bottom? Donny Arcade is in the building. Yo.
What's going on, man?
What's good?
You in the library, yo?
Oh, what's up? What's up?
His
I don't know if you can hear this.
audio is connecting still.
Danny, you in the library?
Danny and Donny.
Where you at, Billy?
I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Okay.
Down here by Miami. Yeah, man.
All right.
That's what's up.
How you been?
Man, phenomenal, man. Everything is like, you know, this universe is amazing, man. You know, once you switch that mindset and start realizing every problem has a solution, everything just unfolds in your favor.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was feeling, man. Yeah, that's great. That's exactly what I was feeling, man. Tell us about. Is your mic on yet, Donny?
It's still on mute.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, it's just been a making in a.
You gotta
for a
take it
long
off
time.
mute, Donny.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we got it.
What's good, everybody?
What's going
Hey,
on?
what's up, Danny?
What's good?
Hey, much love, man. I appreciate y'all having me on the show.
Word up.
Yo, man.
Hey,
I knew it was gonna be something special today. I told him, I said, yo, this is gonna be great, man. You know, listen to your music and yo, man, what's the process, bro? I just want first let's give you your flowers now, man. The music you've been putting out, incredible. Words,
Hey,
dope,
man,
man. We appreciate it.
thank you, man. Appreciate that, Killer Priest, man. Like I told you all the time, man. You know, I'm a big fan of you, man. Like seriously.
Hey,
But,
thanks, man.
Hey, man, and I appreciate all y'all showing me love. You know, Shout out to all y'all, man. You know, Danny Salinas in the building. What's good, man?
Hey, what's up, brother?
For
you
big
find-
knowledge. Yo, BC, what's good, man?
Hey, it's all good, man. What's happening?
Hey,
Hey.
man, we made it on the show.
We're here, man. We're here now.
Hey,
Word.
straight up, man. But Killah Priest, man, the process, man, it's kind of like, man, you know, I'm just a creative, man. My whole thing, man, you know, I think it should be a time for the creatives, you know.
Right.
Everybody kind of been going into these boxes of what's cool, what ain't cool.
Right.
You're old, you're young.
Right.
Whatever the case may be, man, we just got to take the walls up, you know, the walls up everything, you know, and be creative.
Right.
And
Right.
romanticize being creative, you know, opposed to just, yo, man, you know, fuck it, man. Let's make a 25-minute song. Let's make
Yeah, that's what
backwards song. Backwards. I mean, it's too many ideas, man. I feel like it's an open, you know, it's an open game for the creatives.
That's
Facts.
right. That's
Facts.
right.
You know,
Yeah, that's right. That's right,
Straight
man.
up.
Yo,
Yeah.
you know what that takes? And I think it's the time is right now for doing things like that. Like you said, 25-minute songs and stuff like that. That just take dedication, though. It's a lot of work in it.
Hey, man, I really feel like, man, we got the talent, man. We so dope as artists, man. We could do some shit in one weekend, man. Like, you go back to the cats that was doing it in the 60s and 70s, it'd be Herbie Hancock or whatever. They'd take a whole session
Yeah.
and put it out as an album.
Yeah.
That's just them jamming out for 5 hours. And like, hey, man, that's a session.
Exactly.
Yeah.
James Brown joints.
Yep.
Yeah, James Brown's was real long and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jazz Priest just rocked it out, man. Yeah, man. Well, you're definitely a cat that I would like doing that, exploring those realms and going to those levels with. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but you got our attention, Donny Arcade, with that first track you did that we saw, the Anunnaki.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, hey, man.
That was the first
Hey,
time.
I appreciate that.
That was hard.
Hey,
That was
thank you.
Yo, because at first, the first moment we heard it, we're like, uh-oh, what's this dude trying to do? And you know, when you first hear somebody, you're like, you don't have any judgment yet. You're like, okay, do I like this yet? And then it took a second, and I'm like, yo, this is dope. And then your animations.
That's what I want to ask him about.
Yo, that's
Hey,
crazy.
Appreciate that.
You do
For real.
you do your own videos?
Yeah, I do my own videos as far as the animations where you see me in it. Now, sometimes I will take a clip off YouTube. I'm just, you know, it's whatever. Like, you know, you'll know if it's something I did it, you'll kind of see me in it, but sometimes I might take a movie and mute the music, you know, in the movie and put the music, you know, put my music to it. But when it comes to the animation, I do it all right here. That's this animation you see in the background. I don't know if y'all can see the background, but you know, I'm actually in there. You know, a lot of the stuff I do is in Unreal Engine. The same thing.
But wait, those animations ain't no joke. Like, you doing some high quality. Did you go to school for that?
Nah, man, I learned everything on YouTube, man.
Oh, dang.
Everything on
school.
YouTube,
Bro.
man. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
Bro, that's upper end quality, man. Because especially when you show Egypt and you show the statues.
Yeah, the Library of Alexandria, that joint is super hard, Joe.
Hey, man, I
That
appreciate
thing
all
super
y'all,
hard,
man.
yo.
Much love to all y'all, man. I love the show. Even Rasul, what's good, man? You know,
Hey.
what's poppin', man?
Hey, man, I'm not gonna
you
lie to
already
you.
know.
I'm gonna tell everybody, AD, Priest, Men Kept It Raw, and my
Hey.
homie Danny Salinas right there, and everybody in the Rocketeers and the Craftsmen. I got something I'm working on. It's called the
Hey,
Siege.
man, I truly appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
You know, this is like the dopest platform because I feel like this is like it's no platform like it. Well, you know,
Word.
and it's unorthodox. Y'all just on there dropping knowledge, people talking, trading ideas. This is like the philosopher's table where people come here and philosophize. You know, I just love it, man.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be a real big show, man. And it's dope. Y'all got the green screen in the back and everything. It's all about the look. And just
Yeah.
coming up with something just, you know, iconic. But yeah.
And making
Time
some
to
tea,
get it.
man. Making some matcha, man.
Making some tea.
Yeah, man. Hey, so what's the connection with you and Billy Carson, man? I want to hear this from Billy. Like, what was the genesis of this?
Well, you know, I have been doing studies on the Anunnaki and the Sumerian tablets for probably about 20 years before I met Donny.
Oh, wow.
Matter of fact, I came across your work, Killah Priest, one, you know, with that animated cartoon. in reference to the Anunnaki, and I was like, man, this guy, he on some knowledge. He understands. Like he really, because you know, to put it together that way, I realized you had to actually really study some information. But I was deep into it, and I created a Facebook group called Anunnaki History.
Nice.
And then what happened was some guys that I was working with at the time knew this other guy in Atlanta that knew Donny. Now that guy in Atlanta hopped in the group, and he saw we were posting this information about the ancient Sumerians and the Anunnaki and Africa and the Dogons and all this stuff. And he said, hey, Donny, this guy's got this group. You need to check it out, because he knew Donny was, you know, into the Anunnaki type information. And so Donny hopped in the group. But when Donny hopped in the group, he dropped the Anunnaki, you know, rap on there. And it went viral inside the group like instantaneously. Wow. I said, this is the guy I was looking for, because I've been looking for a guy to help me tap into these kids. You know what I'm saying? That's willing to go and get that knowledge, or that's willing to study and research and have the knowledge on a consistent basis and put the information out in a way where it's not like you don't sound like you're getting preached to, but it sounds like you just getting some trap beats with some great lyrics on it. And so we hooked up and we started talking, and then the first project was Anunnaki, of course. You know what I'm saying? That was the first one.
Yeah, first song.
First one. We went and shot the music video down in Miami.
Okay, all right, that's hot.
Man, BC the truth, man. You know, we had a whole record label, still got a record label, you know, and hooked up with BC, and I was kind of like, even with me, I went through all the worlds. That's why my style is what it is, because I went through all the schools. You know, I went through the Wu-Tang school. That was the default. You know, by default, I'm a lyricist. Right. You know, I just go into the other worlds of rhythm and rapping fast because those were the other worlds to go into. And then you get on. I go to UGK. I go to Brother Lynch. And me being from Cleveland, I grew up in Cleveland, born and raised. We was a melting pot. You know, we kind of listened to everything. So my whole thugs. But even before that, you know, it was really George Clinton and Parliament that got me into.
Hey, you ever been to one of his concerts before?
I've never been to one, man.
The best
I always
concert
hear
in the
about
whole world, Joe. The best. I've been to a lot of concerts. Nobody's fucking with George Clinton, yo, and the P-Funk All-Stars. Man, it's just a whole
rocket ship, right? They be coming down on the.
You know what's so cool on how he do it is that he'll come out first with like a blues band. So you be sitting there listening to blues. They be the opening act for like an hour. Then all of a sudden, it's like they come from outer space, bro. And if they change your frequency from the blues to funk.
That's our people.
Yeah, it's just a wild
George
trip on
Clinton.
how you switch.
That's our people. Yeah, that's it.
From the blues to the funk. And it just like going in outer space. I swear to God. I swear to God. George Clinton is
just take off from there.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Real.
We knew that you know, to get to the youth out here would be the real key to changing the future. Because you got to change the minds that are traveling beyond us. We have a limited lifespan, obviously, in this third dimension. So how can you affect future generations? So I realized if we had trap beats that the kids like, the next thing you got to have is a nice hook. Because the first two things you hear in the song is the hook and the beat. If you like those two things, you're going to rock with the song no matter what the lyrics are.
That's right.
Once you start learning some of the lyrics, then you start going, wait a minute, what these cats talking about? We got to Google this. You know what I'm saying? We got to look this up. Chakras. What the hell is the Anunnaki? What is, you know? And so what we did was we created researchers out there. Is what we did. People started researching what we were talking about. And that's really what it's all about. Getting people to start looking deeper into this information and not, instead of preaching it and pounding it into them, turning them to where they want to find out more about it on their own.
Yeah, spark them.
Yeah.
That's how I got here, yo. Spark.
That's hard. So you infiltrated the infiltrators and went in there and planted the seed, man. Wow, this is beautiful. And where are you at today on your Anunnaki? You said 20 years. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, listen, bro.
Today we're going to call this the Podcraft because I know we're going to lift off.
Podcraft.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. I've been, with all the research and the studying that I've done now, I'm working on, writing out the different script right now for the different parts for an actual movie about the Anunnaki.
That's beautiful.
Of course, I wrote a book called Compendium of the Emerald Tablets, which is fundamentally based on one of the main characters in the Anunnaki saga. Some people call them the Nitiru, you know, the Egyptian gods, the Greek gods, but his name is Thoth, Thoth. He's an Atlantean priest king, and he ruled over the land of Kim for 14,000 years. He wrote some tablets over 36,000 years ago, and I wrote a book about those tablets, breaking down all the knowledge, breaking down all the wisdom in those tablets. And that book has been a bestseller now for 37 months straight on Amazon and never left bestseller status since it came out. It's just killing it. So the next thing is I'm doing a book on the Epic of Humanity, and that's co-written by Matthew LaCroix and myself. And that'll probably be out in about 2-3 months, just maybe right after the holiday season, right after New Year's. And also just working on this whole new Ancient Civilizations series for my own TV network, Forbidden Knowledge TV. So I just went out to document the different Anunnaki gods that were ruling over, you know, Africa and Greece and Santorini and Akrotiri and all these places, Abu Simbel and Abydos. I went everywhere. And the last 3 months, I've just been traveling nonstop, just accumulating all the knowledge, accumulating all the information, getting all the 4K video content. And now we're about to unleash some real crazy, phenomenal episodes. I even got myself down to the halls of Amenti and got inside of one of the rejuvenation chambers under the dirt at Saqqara, underneath the ground.
Next level.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Next level.
Dang. Oh, man. What was that like?
Yeah, I did saw that.
Yeah.
Incredible.
What was that like?
You got a video for that?
Oh yeah, we got that's coming out on the TV series. Yeah, we got all recorded, all 4K. The Pyramid Priest, the guardian of the Amenti halls was there. He helped lower me down into one of the chambers. It's all on 4K video. It's gonna be amazing, man. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, this stuff was real. You know, this stuff is all real. That's why I like traveling, because I can get there. I can get my hands dirty. I can touch it, feel it, smell it. I can interact with the people. I could talk to the pyramid priests. I could talk to the sages, the gurus, the homegrown guides, the archaeologists. You know, and so it's been an amazing journey.
Nothing secondhand, man. You going straight there. Now we getting into it, man. Well, let me give you a big up for that, for going there. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to talk, but you actually went inside the chambers and went down there. This is what I'm talking about. Actually doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that is real. That's credible.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing exactly what Dr. Ben said to do. You know what I mean? Is get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Go there, see the sites, and then actually go inside the tomb and do your research. A lot of these guys are just on the tube, just I don't know what they do.
Yeah.
You're doing the real work.
Tell me about
Much props to you, brother.
Yeah. Tell us about the experience.
Well, you know, it's really incredible because all these ancient sites that I've been to, like just this last month, I've been to like 13 major megalithic sites. You know, the Temple of Abydos, the Temple of Hathor, Luxor, Dendera, of course, the Great Pyramid. I climbed 1.5 miles inside of the Bent Pyramid on my hands and toes because you can't put your knees down. So in a 4x4 shaft that meanders in all different directions, I crawled 1.5 miles.
And why is that?
Well, because these inside these pyramids have different chambers and different areas where they are set up for different harmonics, acoustic vibrations. Some areas let water in. Well, back when the Nile was closed, they let water in from the Nile to create physiostatic electricity. There's all different purposes for all these different pyramids, and that's what I was researching. What each individual pyramid was used for. They all were used for different things.
They're all different.
But when you're
machines,
inside of them, they're stone machines. They're stone computers and stone machines, literally.
Did you ever go to that spot where they said that it's a spot over there in Kemet where you walk inside this chamber and the sound is so dense inside of there that you can actually hear your heartbeat?
Yeah, I did that. That was over there by Saqqara. That's when you turn this corner, everything shuts down. You can't hear nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
It just shuts down. The way they designed the area, they designed it where all the sound bounces away. And you're like, what happened? I mean, I don't care what's going on the other side. It could be a million people out there. You won't hear a dime. You can hear a pin drop. It's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
High tech. But you feel the energy in these places because they're built on top of magnetic nodes. Every single one of those structures is built on top of a huge magnetic node if you look at the Earth's magnetic field, where it whips out of the Earth, you see that every single one of these places is built on top of one of those gigantic magnetic fields that's whipping out of the Earth and wrapping around the planet, which is creating, you know, the shield that prevents the radiation from getting to our DNA. So they knew this. And so every single one of those spots, you feel the energy. You feel the energy. And when you stand next to the Great Pyramid, you're standing in a time bubble. Okay, because the Great Pyramid, the mass is so great, 2 million blocks, it creates a bubble of warped space-time. So when you're standing directly next to the Great Pyramid, time slows down for you. Not by like, you know, days, but microns of a second, but it's measurable. So it's a measurable effect that time slows down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big up to the illest podcast on the planet Earth. What we talking about right now? We're discovering secrets and things of this nature. This is kind of hard. Yeah. Now, there's a place called up in Santa Cruz that I went to. It's called the Mystery Spot, and that spot was kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? And this is in America. I don't know. Have you ever heard of the Mystery Spot?
The Mystery Spot? No, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, I don't know what type of, but you kind of explained it a little bit, because it's all the trees are females, right? And it bend down in the middle, and you're walking, right? When you walk in there, you start to lean like we were lean, without falling. Yeah, you lean all the way down like a Michael Jackson move, and I saw water go up. You throw the ball this way, and I was trying to figure it out, because they had all these, you know, people around there, and they were just checking it out. Yeah. And it I don't know what it was, but all the trees are bent from the top, and it's just a crazy spot. I think they got a spot in Portland too, like here and there. So I wonder if they, you know what I mean, if it was something like that, like they all relate or something like that. That's the closest I've been to that type of ship you was on. He was on the ship.
Wow. That's interesting. Because that might be the place where I think if a car parks at the top of the hill, at the bottom of the hill, it drives up the hill.
That's
it.
That's that spot.
Okay.
Yes,
I remember that place.
That's it. Yes,
yeah, I saw that probably about 20 years ago. I haven't been there, but I saw it on TV about 20 years ago.
Oh, go, bro. It's real. It's real. I was there. I was like, oh wow, this is some weird.
I don't know, maybe it's a dimensional portal or something that disturbs the magnetic field or something. It could be that. It could be that.
I thought about the animals.
You know
how they, how they.
Well, I wanted to ask: Did you come across the Ayuan tribe in Egypt when you was there?
I didn't come across that tribe directly. No, not this time. The next time I go in October, I'm having a meeting with one of their leaders.
Ah, okay.
And then I'm going down to Ethiopia also to get with the original Jews, the black Jews, and go to their synagogue. Yeah, and then I'm going to go to the Lalibela temples out there in Ethiopia, where they took a mountain and carved it into a temple complex from the outside going in.
Yeah. I think we showed that on here. I was trying.
Yeah.
We pulled that up a few times.
Yeah, this is what happens on here. Yo, this is crazy. The axiom and all of that. Yeah, we were saying it's a different. Let me get a quick shout out real quick. Kaba Practice. He says, peace to Dr. Billy Carson. He's from the crib, Miami. Miami's in the building with you, bro. Yeah.
MIA 305. We in the house.
Exactly. Yeah. Man, that threw me right down. I had a nice question. The follow up behind that. I got something too. I got to gather mine. Right on the tip of one thing.
It's very interesting you brought up water, because water was one of the main mechanisms used in what some people say that was used for energizing the Great Pyramid. They say, and beneath the pyramids, there's waterways that led to another Urnil. They say there was two Niles. There was the one that we see, and then there was an ancient Nile. And I did a lot of this research, and I read a book called The Land of Osiris. You familiar with that book?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got it in my house.
Stephen Miller or whatever. Yeah. So you definitely on the right track. You know what I mean?
You on the knowledge, man. You on the real knowledge, man. Listen, you right. One of my mentors and teachers who unfortunately passed away, he used to play in those underground tubes that used to be full of water.
That's, what's his name? Muhammad, he's a Sufi. Am I correct?
Yeah, listen, this guy. Listen, you on the knowledge, man.
The
Nile when it runs underneath that magnetized granite base, what happens is the crystal granite picks up the physiostatic electricity from the movement of the water against the crystal granite. And then that physiostatic electricity, those ions rise up into the pyramid. Now, some of them and some of the water is directed into the Queen's chamber. And the Queen's chamber is actually, through a form of electrolysis, it extracts hydrogen atoms. And it uses those for something. It uses hydrogen atoms for communication through the shafts that point at the different star systems. That's how they communicated, through the frequency of hydrogen. And right now in modern times, what we call modern times, what do we do as scientists? We try to communicate with other star systems on the hydrogen frequency. We're using the same exact thing that they were doing, okay? And then the rest of the ions would flow up the Grand Gallery. There were resonating rods moving up the Grand Gallery, which would amplify the frequency. And then when it got to the King's chamber, it would then be magnified and pushed up through the apex. Now, when the Great Pyramid broke, which was right before the dynastic era really got kick-started, that's when the Great Pyramid had a malfunction because the water was moving out from the Nile. So what they did was there wasn't enough physiostatic electricity, so they installed a stone box inside the King's chamber. That stone box that they're trying to say is a sarcophagus is not a sarcophagus. It's the box that was installed there, a granite box that used to hold the Ark of the Covenant.
There it goes.
It's the exact dimensions of the Ark of the Covenant. That would sit inside that box. That would provide the extra piece for the broken, system, because the water, there wasn't enough water. And so that would give them the energy to send to the apex. Now, there's a gigantic chunk missing off of that stone box in the corner. You can see where it shot across the room in the Grand Gallery and smashed into the granite across the other side and left the impact point the same shape that it's located. So you can see that there was a lot of energy in that room at one point. Something really exploded from that box. That was the first time.
How come no one's ever photographed that? Because they always.
Oh, yeah, I have it.
You have the photograph. Oh man, we gotta see that. That's in the book.
Yeah, it's in the book. It's all my presentations. I started with that picture of me standing right next to that crack in that coffer.
Right.
In the Grand Gallery.
Well, I never heard of Bill
to crack granite, yo.
Yeah,
it's tough. Listen, that thing. The only thing that can cut that kind of granite is a diamond, or diorite bit. And these people have it in there. I mean, now you can see my finger on the wall where it's so close together. You can't fit a razor blade. You can't fit nothing in between those cracks. It's incredible.
Right. Yeah. And it's still intact to this day, and it's almost 2022.
Yeah.
You ever seen that movie called District 9, yo?
Yeah, District 9. Yeah.
I didn't see that one. Yeah.
Nah, District 9, yo, is about these aliens, right? And they all live on this planet, right? And then you got all these people that's, been attacking them or whatever. But you remember those small aliens that was underground and they was building them a ship? Because they had a ship that was right there in their plain sight that was hiding right in the sky, but it was nobody around that was advanced enough to go and make the ship work.
Yeah.
That's the times that we living in, bro. We surrounded by our old machines, bro. But it's only a few of us that actually know how to make those things work again.
Yeah.
And see, that's why they try to keep that knowledge away from us, because it's only the people that was at the top of the pyramid that understood what's going on. A lot of our people now, they just running around. They don't understand what we left. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
there's a lot of stuff out there. And what you just said is so right, because in the Emerald Tablets, Thoth said underneath the Great Sphinx's paw, he left his ship. And he said, deep in the future, far in the future, there's going to be an enemy coming from deep space. And the most intelligent person that can figure out how to release my ship from underneath the Sphinx will defeat them with ease. Yeah. That was written 36,000 years ago.
You said that was written in, what was that written in again?
36,000 years ago.
No, and what text?
Oh, the Emerald Tablets.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll make sure.
But bro,
we just open those books and check those tablets out real quick.
That's what I be thinking, bro. When I be seeing a lot of our ancient technology, I'm like, nah, I know that, people are like, oh, they was just building. Nah. Everything we built had a purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Donny, you in great hands. This your man right here.
Hey, for real, BC the truth, man.
Yeah.
For real, when I first met BC, you know what I'm saying, because we met online, and I said, well, let me go check out some of his videos.
Yeah.
And I checked out one of his videos. It was like maybe a half an hour interview. And I was like, he didn't blink the whole 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I said, BC, Hey,
Is that
man,
right?
you
You
see
wear the
that from
glasses,
here,
man?
man. I'm
Look
trying
like
to
my
tell
man
you,
Die
man.
Hard.
They ain't blinked the whole minute.
Hey,
huh?
y'all gotta appreciate this moment. You got an entity on here with y'all right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For real.
man. I really am, man. I really am. I
Man,
feel the energy.
Here's a question for Dr. Billy Carson. Why do you think everybody is saying all this information is pseudo? Instead of
If they're saying
probing,
it's pseudo,
instead
yeah.
of probing into the science of it, because talking about this
ask the
stuff,
question already.
to
Yeah.
amongst people, they get a little. They say, man, this is pseudo. It's too much. But
Right. Well, what happens is these are people that are poorly researched. So they have a mechanism in them. I call it the Agent Smith effect, just like in the Matrix. So
I like that.
if you're talking to them about, what happened with Kanye and Kim Kardashian, or you're talking about, something else that's just, boiler room or water cooler talk, they're going to be all into it. They're going to have a whole lot of conjecture. They're going to have a whole lot of interactive stuff to say with you. But as soon as you say, that there may be a spaceship underneath the Great Sphinx, or the pyramid might be a multifunctional power generator and stone computer, automatically Agent Smith is going to enter their body. Their whole face is going to change. Their physiology is going to change. Their attitude is going to change.
Yeah.
Because you know what happened?
Some Men in Black.
The human beings on this earth, they don't realize that they're just walking programs. Until
Right,
you hack that program and turn it off and become your own program and then live your life based on new programming on a minute by moment basis, you are going to be trapped in that matrix mindset. And at that moment, what you are is you're a program that can be inhabited by the programmers at any second. So human beings are the prisoners of this earth and also the prison guards. And so I call that the agents.
Give him a bomb for that,
That's what
please.
happened.
Wow. The prisoners and the prison guard. Man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Man, I think I might have got some of that Agent Smith effect. You know what I mean, Priest? Because I only talk about the extraterrestrials in private. I gotta be a scientist amongst the. But now that you're here,
Is this the place to do it?
this is the place to do it.
Yeah.
For now on, I'm just gonna go all the way in.
Yeah.
Go in, man. You see, what happens is when you say aliens, people automatically have been programmed to think little green men.
Let it all out, huh?
Hold on. Let
People
me
thinking, when you say aliens, people think little green men with little antenna on their head because we've been programmed to think like that, or some gray being that, But in true reality, the majority of the aliens actually look like us, or we actually look like them, the majority of them. And the ones that we're really referencing from the ancient past, the ones that have been written about and etched into all these stone tablets and etched into all these walls and all these structures, these were people that look like us. They put on their pants one leg at a time. And, and so they left all the evidence of themselves everywhere, exactly what they look like. It's not even a mystery, but we've been programmed so hard by Hollywood into thinking that, it's going to be these crazy looking things coming down with laser beams and all this other kind of stuff. No, actually, we are the aliens. Earth is nothing but an abandoned seed colony. That's what Earth is, an abandoned seed colony that was seeded by the Pleiadians millions of years ago.
It's like,
The Palladians, they say the Palladians are from they're from the Pallades, right?
Yeah, they're from the Pleiades. Yeah, all the artifacts that I've collected, I have. Donny see my artifact collection. I'm at the artifact collection you see in the end of the Anunnaki music video. That's all my artifacts.
Yeah.
That's your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my stuff.
give him a
Give him a bomb for that. I didn't know that.
Knowledge.
We just watching the video.
All of those have the Pleiades. Every single one of them have the reference to the Pleiades on them. Whoever made those artifacts, they all reference the Pleiadian star system. Why? Because if you go into the ancient text, you find out that there was an ancient galactic war about 1.5 million years ago in the Pleiadian star system. And a planetary destroyer was being
Tootie
used.
didn't be here for this. Okay, go
This
ahead,
is
go
real stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen,
This is beautiful. Go ahead.
And what's interesting is this ain't me saying this off the top of my head. This is
what
in the
they said.
tablets.
Yeah, this is what they said.
This is what they said. I'm only saying what the ancestors said. I'm not saying anything that I
That's
said.
right.
And you can go look up. You can look at all these 1,000 books I got in here. You can read through every single one of them. Everything I'm saying is in there. So what happened was there was a planetary destroyer, okay, the Brahma weapon, which could destroy any man on 3 worlds. It was blowing up planets. And so there was a lot of debris in that area. People were fleeing planets They became space refugees. They got the hell out of there. They went to Dogon. You know, the Dogons went to the Dog Star. They went to Sirius A, B, C. They went to Aldebaran. They went to Orion. They went all over the place. Some came to Earth, and some crash landed on a planet that orbits a brown dwarf star named Nibiru, according to the Enuma Elish. And so they had been coming back and forth from here for many different races of beings for a long time. And, you know, people were already here when the Anunnaki came from that war, from like, you know, the space refugees. When they arrived here on this planet looking for resources to take back to Nibiru and this other planet, there were people, we were already here. They were like, damn, there's people here already. We were already here. They didn't interact with us for 200,000 years. They never touched us until they almost went to war against each other over the labor that was being being put on them for mining and getting resources out of the planet Earth and also Mars. They almost had a war. And then that's when Enki said, well, let's use these people. Let's genetically modify them. Let's recode and reprogram them to do the work for us. And that's what they did. So we were already here. So we're Homo sapiens sapien, but our cousins were here already long before the modification occurred. The Anunnaki didn't create human beings. They genetically modified the existing people that were here.
Wow.
Real quick, Billy, I'm the engineer. I wanted to see, do you want to promote the Forbidden Knowledge TV or forbiddenknowledge.com?
I appreciate it. Yeah, for Forbidden Knowledge TV is cool. You know, we have a TV network right now, 5,200 shows. The Egyptian Mystery School that I did is still the #1 watch series on there. 39 episodes of the Egyptian Mystery School. Each one is about an hour long. That's 39 hours by itself. It's only $7.77 a month. You can get a 3-day free trial. Check it out, see if you like it. And we're trying to get up to 10,000 shows on there by this time next year.
Okay, we got that on the bottom of the screen, and that'll be in the description box for people to click on.
Man, this is exactly where we are, man. I gotta give you another bomb for this. This is incredible. Where you've been.
Forbidden knowledge.
Yo, man. I remember you hit me up one time, but I didn't know that was you. That was Forbidden Knowledge. You hit me up. And now, and then it comes in full synchronicity. You know what I mean? Yeah. It all comes in and building this up. We got a question for you from K-Bar Praxis. He says, Dr. Carson, do you think that our scholars of African descent, such as yourself, get the same amount of accolades and respect when it comes to knowledge of the ancient wisdom culture since you've been around? And Nori and others. Yeah, Nori and others.
Yeah. Actually, listen, I listen to that show a lot of time too. Sometimes.
What show is that? What's that?
It's I forgot what it's called. It's come on at night, late at night, but all they talk about is different topics and stuff. George Nori show.
Yeah, Beyond Belief.
Yeah, Beyond Belief
and Coast to Coast AM.
Yeah, Coast to Coast AM.
Yeah, Coast to Coast Radio. Coast to Coast Radio.
Yeah. I've been on Coast to
George
Coast AM.
Nori. His name is George Nori.
Yeah, I used to listen to that too.
Yeah, George Nori. I've been on Coast to Coast AM 5 times.
Wow.
I could tell you this: we're not getting the same level of appreciation on the mainstream, media. In other words, mainstream is, they're still looking for the people that are going to give the story that they want to put out there. They want to propose the story of the Earth is, X amount of years old, and human beings were still using chicken bones and copper tools at the time that the pyramids were built and all that kind of crazy stuff.
You know what I think everybody's waiting for? I think everybody is waiting for some type of vehicle or craft, you know what I'm saying, from one of those ancient technologies to be discovered for the people to see.
Well, I think it already has. I think that, what's his name, Bob Lazar, he speaks about, I'm pretty sure you guys, Dr. Carson, you know what I'm talking about, man. S4.
I'm here Bob Lazar.
And
let him finish. He was building.
But no, I'm just adding on to what he was saying. They actually may have these crafts, or they might have found them already in archaeological digs or whatever. So
they got them. Even the one that was underneath the Sphinx, unfortunately, they actually went through a tunnel and got that. The military and took that away. And the person that was in charge of that whole production for a preview that was going to happen on Discovery, releasing what was underneath the Sphinx was a mile down. And the day that it was supposed to air, the moment it was supposed to air, it got clipped and went to a black screen. that gentleman who produced that show was in one of my lectures in California about 3 or 4 years ago. And he told me what happened to it. The military came, silenced it, gag ordered him, and they took it from underneath the Sphinx. You can't even see how they took it because there's a tunnel that goes out miles underneath. They came through the tunnel and took that thing apart into many pieces as they could, and took it out of there. It's most likely in some type of top secret military base, right now. But so that's that's what they do. They do that. But yeah, black people now. I'm one of the first people to really push hard to get out there. And people go, "Why you want to get on this show and you want to be on? Why you on the History Channel? Why not? When are we gonna? How come we got to keep sitting back and complaining about they never put us out there? You know why I went and hounded the Conscious Life Expo for 3 years before they let me speak there. I went and hounded Contact in the Desert 3 years in a row before they let me speak there. I started pounding the pavement, sending producers information. I would just sit in front of my computer and make little videos to myself and then send it to producers for different shows and stuff like that. Say, hey, man, I got some knowledge. You guys need to hear what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? And so I put myself out there on a consistent basis. So it's like what's happening is we have to start being a little bit more aggressive to break through. And now I've broken through, and now I've got my own TV network. And guess what? The first 2 shows that I've offered, the first 2 people I offered their own show, I should say, on my own TV network, are 2 black people.
That's right.
2 black people.
Because they want to continue. Go ahead.
Yeah. You got to do it because it's pretty much all white, to be honest.
Well, you know why, right? You know why?
Basically.
Because they want to continue the lie going on. You know what I mean? Keep putting shit in their narrative instead of what the Stones are actually saying, and they get to put their kind of like knowledge on it and flip it and make it Hollywood in a way they, to take the credit away from what's really going on because it takes the power away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure, we gotta mix it up a little bit.
You gotta get out there. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta get out there. You gotta fight for it.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question for that's beautiful, man, beautiful. Quick question from Hanzo. 1, have you been to the Coral Castle in Florida? What do you know of it?
Oh man, I've been there a couple times. The Coral Castle was built by Edward Leedskalin, 5'8", 95 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy's tiny. This guy built a 2 million. A 2 million pound castle. It comes out to like, I forget how many coral blocks it was that he cut up. But this guy literally used what he said was ancient Egyptian technology to cut these giant, massive blocks of coral and build this coral castle. And he did it in a way where it's still standing right now. You can go down there, it's like a museum. And the only thing he left behind in terms of tools that he said he used to do this was this tripod. And at the top of the tripod, there was a black box and a wheel that used to sit underneath it that had all these magnetic bars on it, big magnetic bars. And he would spin this magnetic wheel, and something in that box, along with the magnetic wheel and along with him whistling, would create a reverse polarity in the magnetic field inside the blocks. And he would be able to lift them and hoist them into place all by himself. And what's interesting, there's a famous Sumerian cylinder seal which shows an Anunnaki god sitting on a throne, but underneath his butt, you can see what looks like to be 2 lions facing opposite, which could represent a box that's representing magnetic fields. And then you can see he has this tripod above the a giant stone table, and it's got this thing that's emanating a frequency out of it. And then you can see 3 people, 3 normal-sized human beings. One's lifting the stone table with one hand, and the 2 behind him are whistling. So it's the same technology that the ancient Sumerians were showing in a cylinder scroll that's in the British Museum. Yeah, it's an amazing place.
Wow, that's crazy. Have you been to the British Museum?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Amazing.
She was there too, right?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I went. Yep, that's incredible. Bradley D, when they coming in, man, you bringing them out. Billy C. Big C, you BC, you before, you the beginning, huh? Sphinx. No, this is beautiful, man. I love it, man. We have to stretch our imagination and put our minds into the right place and not be scared to grow. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be scared of new information. Information that was old. And that's what it's here for. Some things you won't understand, but it takes time. You got to walk. Sometimes you got to walk things down slow. You don't have to rush into it.
Right.
Sphinx of the Sea reminds me of Voltron. Okay, for Bradley D says Billy Carson, you and Matt, what's that? LaCroix initiated the spark that set the path to another level. Thank you, sir. Woke don't mean broke. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Peace. Thank you.
Being woke don't mean broke. It don't mean that you're crazy. Yeah, exactly. You just thirsty for knowledge. Malcolm X said.
Brother's thirsty for knowledge. He's thirsty for knowledge.
Yeah. Man, tell us some more, man. This is getting really, I mean,
Can I ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to ask Dr. Stephen Miller, right? You're familiar with his work, the Land of Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
He claims that that Sheikh Ayuan, I don't know I forget how to say all of his whole name in Arabic, but he said that they took him to a temple, where on the top of the ceiling of the temple, it showed features of the Mayan pyramid. This is what Dr. Stephen Miller said in his book. He also said it in a few lectures, because I watched a lot of them, and he said that it blew his mind that Sheikh Ayuan took him to this tomb. Yeah. And is a tomb, not a tomb, but is a temple or whatever, and that is a kind of, you can't really go there. It's very like, they don't just take you to this tomb or this temple or whatever.
Yeah.
The people in that area, but in that area, he says that there's Mayan glyphs on the top of this ceiling, or look very similar to Mayan glyphs, and that they never been photographed. But he said that he took him there to show him this.
Yeah.
That possibly it may show the correlations between the Mayans or the Aztecs and you know, the correlation between those ancient civilizations, because a lot of people try to draw the correlation together. You know what I mean? I haven't seen the temple. We haven't seen any pictures of this temple, but hey, you might want to go. You might want to go see it. Or I might want to go with you to see it.
there's definitely. Come on, man. You know, there's little temples around where the Great Pyramid are at Giza, where the workers used to go and you know, get their payroll, because those workers were paid. Their payroll records were found. We have the payroll records. We have their health insurance records. Okay, so slaves didn't build any pyramid. Okay, contrary to popular belief. But also around those same areas where some of the priests that would overlook the workers and everything else that were out there are Mayan glyphs on some of those little structures. Now, what's interesting is, according to the way that the emerald tablets got to Mexico, was that they were taken across from Africa to Mexico. They were found underneath in one of the tunnels underneath or close to the Pyramid of the Sun in Teotihuacan, and then they made themselves all the way back. Now, what's interesting thought to this is the fact that when I started researching, did the Egyptians have the ability to calculate meters? Because the location of the Grand Gallery and the Great Pyramid will give you the exact digits of the meters for the speed of light per second, meters per second.
That's right.
And so I said, wow, how can this be? Because meters are supposed to be new. Well, that's when I found out that they had something called Proto-Sumerian writings that depict the metric system, which predate everything. I'm talking about over 10,000 years old. And guess where they found them? They found them in Mexico. The Mayans, they found them in Mexico, The Mayans were not the ones who built any of the structures down there. Neither were the Aztecs. The Mayans and the Aztecs inherited what was already there. The Teotihuacans built all of that and created those glyphs. All that writing came out of Africa, because when Thoth left Africa with the Olmecs, he went to Teotihuacan. He went to Mexico or Mesoamerica and built all that stuff in Mesoamerica, down into the Yucatan Peninsula, down into Chichen Itza. He built all that. That's when he became Kukulkan, also known as Lord Pakal and Viracocha. Those are the three names he gathered down in Mesoamerica. But the Mayans inherited everything there. They didn't build anything.
That's very interesting. You know that Dr. Ivan Van Sertima speaks a lot about this in the book They Came Before Columbus.
He doesn't talk about finding the emerald tablets, but what he does do is he draws the parallels between Africa and Mesoamerica, and shows that the Olmecs, Toltecs, Zoroastrians, all of them had to have been there before, and he shows you the parallels between the language and how they dressed and the whole nine.
Yeah.
Even the helmets that the Olmecs wear look very similar to the Nubian helmets that's worn by the people from Ta-Nehisi when they went into war. You know, the gold, the gold helmets that they wear with.
Oh yeah, they had a trade route and everything. Some of those the indigenous people from Mesoamerica made it with some of the people that were migrating there from Africa for trading and everything else, and it was this whole thing. So the cultures merged. They literally merged.
Yeah, man, that makes sense. Everybody together out there, you're gonna start sharing information.
Yeah,
you got children, so when they said all the separation, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, kind of, the perspective you're putting it in is kind of like how it is today, but it was like it wasn't ruled by our oppressors, but it was all connected still.
Yeah, definitely all connected. I mean, I went to Australia. I heard about Proto-Egyptian hieroglyphs in Australia in the outback.
Yep.
In Carryong 9. I said, I got to get out there. I went out there and I got with the elders and some guys and went out way out into the walkabout, way out there where the fires were all around us.
Wow.
Okay. And they took us to the area where these Egyptians had come. Now, the story is incredible in the hieroglyphs because two brothers came from Egypt to go get knowledge and wisdom from the Aboriginals. And they were just one of dozens of trips that occurred because the glyphs show all the different stories from all the different Egyptians that came through. And this is pre-dynastic stuff. This is 5,000 plus years ago. And so they would leave this writing there, and the writing has been now authenticated by the Egyptian Tourism Board. And so they verified these are real Proto-Egyptian glyphs. And then the dating is easy because inside the crevices is patina. You date the patina because that's organic material. It's 5,000 plus years old. Wow. And so way out there in the middle of nowhere in the outback, there was these Proto-Egyptian hieroglyphs recording the fact that people had come out there. The one brother, he got bit by a snake and died. The other brother tried to mummify him right there, and the stone that he used to try to mummify him is still there. Took him back to Egypt. And when I went to Egypt in 2014, I saw the story of them returning with the dead brother. That's when I said, I got to go to Australia. And so that's when I went.
Yeah. Australia's, that's old too.
Yeah.
From Billy. Billy said, can you shed some light on the authenticity of Dr. Maurice Doril? What's that? Emerald tablets, plural, versus the emerald tablets, singular, a.k.a. the Smargadine tablets.
Yeah, good.
Smargadine.
Yeah, Michael Doriel. So there's two tablets. Thoth wrote a whole lot of tablets. Okay, one was the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, which is the one that I wrote the book on. I also include the Emerald Tablet or the Emerald Tablet of Hermes. Okay, which is also as a single tablet that he wrote. I include that inside of my book, Compendium of the Emerald Tablet. So my book actually encompasses two of Thoth's works in one book. And I give you all of that inside the book. So the Emerald Tablet of Hermes is one that he wrote. It pretty much has the same sentiment as to human beings trying to learn how to become ascended masters consciously and be able to incarnate at will on and in the plane that you desire and transcend this physical realm by seeking the light. It's pretty much what both of them have pretty much the same message. It's that the Emerald Tablets has a longer story. It goes into the Great Flood and all this other kind of stuff. It exposes technology that they're using, and it exposes also the rejuvenation chambers that Thoth would go into in the halls of Amenti to rejuvenate his body. So the Emerald Tablet of Hermes is located at the library in the Cambridge College Library right now. You can actually go there. A translation of it by Sir Isaac Newton is located there right now. And so I incorporated both of those writings into my book. Michael Doriel was one of the people that was given the okay by the brother of the Great White Lodge to go and recover the tablets in 1929 from Mexico and bring them back. And he was allowed to make one copy translation of them before they got back over. Now, when he brought them back, they ended up in some weird kind of way, that part is a little bit still unclear how the Vatican got their hands on them. But now that copy, the original, is located underneath the Vatican archive, that 5-mile underground archive. But the other tablet is, translations of the other tablet are located at Cambridge.
Wow, that's awesome, man. You're like the modern day
African Indiana Jones, man. You're doing it. You're doing it big, yo. I don't know, man. You destroying everybody, man. Like,
got me ready to go build some shit, yo. On everything, I'm ready to go.
I should have never followed York. York. Where was you at? You know?
No, York is like, everybody contributes something, man.
I know.
The
way you was making that build earlier, though, is any truth to the planet Risk? Can you?
Wait a minute.
Can you verify that?
Can you verify that?
I think this is an intervention from Rasul. What you need to know?
No,
please help him from Dr. York.
No, I'm not. It ain't like get out of here. Priest trying to. Like, we all read the books. Well, I don't. Priest was never a Nuwapian, which I find it very. You from Brooklyn, you from Medina, you never. I'm just saying,
we all read the books. Nah, we all didn't.
No, man, Kepara, you probably didn't read them.
Nah, I didn't read the book.
Donny know what I'm talking about, though.
No. All right, let's get. What's the question?
We don't want to get. I'm just saying, man. Listen, you're definitely doing the work, and I like the fact that you're actually going out and doing the field work.
That's how books are made. You have to go.
You have to go there. You can't just cut and paste and put the, and do all that crazy nonsense, man. You went inside of you did what I want to do.
Right.
I'm a little skinnier than you. I probably could have fit through that hole.
You're gonna fit a lot better, yeah.
Yeah, but
that's how it's made, man. Definitely that journey that you on is definitely. I want to be a part of that.
Hell yeah, man.
I got. Have you seen my videos, the cartoons? Because he's in there, David Flores, man. You got to get with him, man. He's incredible.
Yeah,
that guy's drawing. Yeah, we gonna talk. But Anton the Bum is on. He says Billy Carson is the truth. Been watching his videos for a while now. Dope that you got him on. Salute from Danny, Donny, KP, Mink, AD, Rasul, and the place to be.
Wow, man. Thanks, man.
Word.
Awesome.
Raja says the Nazis stole ancient Indian scriptures that gave instructions to build advanced weaponry and UFOs.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did a whole show on Gaia called Deep Space. I'm in season 1, 2, and 3. Season 1 primarily focused on the Nazis.
You the real deal, bro. If you was on that show, they had you on there, yo, then
I'm on that show.
We might have to have you come every week.
You might have to come through and hang out. You and Donny Arcade guy, y'all might have to just be regular. Y'all might just have to plug
project for Donny Arcade, man.
This is crazy, man.
Hey, we can make that happen like ASAP. Let's get it.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
So finish building it down. First, breaking it down.
Oh
no, I'm gonna break it down. Go ahead. Finish breaking it down, bro.
What was I saying again?
You was going into the.
No, you was asking me.
Yeah, no, you was going into how it was true. Go back to that last question. You was breaking it down about they stole it for the weaponry of UFOs from the.
The Nazis. The Nazis. So the Nazis scoured the planet. Hitler sent them all over the planet. They were scouring the planet, looking for every ancient tablet, everything leading to ancient history, deep antiquity, like way beyond what everybody had in the museums. He wanted to go to the ends of the earth to find what this technology was, who had it, and how he can get his hands on it. He ended up in Tibet. His people that he sent ended up in Tibet. They got some information from these Tibetan monks, which gave them a great deal of knowledge. And then the Tibetan monks sent them down to Antarctica, and they went down there and they found these people down there, which those people are still there right now.
Right.
And these people are called pre-Adamites. So they found these pre-Adamite people down there that had this knowledge of this advanced technology.
Yeah. Good.
There's an opening in the ice down there about 35 meters wide. You can pull it up on Google Earth. And there's a research base there from virtually every major country in the world around this opening. And it's public knowledge, it's not even hidden. One of the research bases though is the Rockefeller Foundation, of course, is one of them. Wow. The rest of them are countries, and it's a no war zone. You can't fight there, but they're doing research. They're interacting directly with the same people that the Nazis went down there and learned the information to build the Haunebu craft. And they built 4 of those Haunebus, those flying UFOs, Haunebu 1, 2, 3, and 4. Haunebu 4 is rumored to have left Earth, went to the moon, and even went to Mars. With Nazi guard, SS guard, I think his name was Kramer, was on that one. But they had that technology. Now all of a sudden, Project Paperclip kicked in. We took their scientists from Germany, but we didn't just take a few. People still thinking we took about 15, 20 of their scientists and brought them to America. No, we brought 2,000 Nazis over here. 2,000.
This is correct. That's a fact.
Yeah, we put him in charge of the CIA. We put him in charge of NASA. We put him in charge of, places in the FBI. We put him in all these different positions of power. And in a weird kind of way, America kind of became the Fourth Reich. And we started developing the space program. So we had 2 space programs right away. The first space program, NACA, N-A-C-A, changed its name to NASA. And then they put what's his name, Van Buren, or forget his damn name now. The Russian, the Nazi that was building the rockets, the ballistic missiles. They put him in charge of that and said, okay, you're going to build these rocket propellant fueled missiles that are going to take us into space. We're going to ride the back of these explosions into space. Over here, we're going to keep experimenting with this anti-gravity behind the scenes. So they separated. So you had the front space program for the public, and then behind the scenes you had the secret space program, which is still in development for today. You know, all these different aerospace technologies that pop up, a lot of these things that we see are UFOs are really not UFOs, they're IFOs, identified flying objects. It's our stuff. A lot of the TR-3B flying triangles, the Aurora Project, and all these things, that's all coming from, stuff we've been developing ourselves from reverse engineering alien technology since 1947.
Well, here's a quick question. This is from one of the guys. This is heavy right here. They want me to ask you about the UFOs on the moon. They said Neil Armstrong said when he landed, he saw tall black people. You know anything? Is that true?
I know a lot about that one. So that's an absolute true statement.
I should have brought my.
Oh man, you can give him a bomb for that. We about to give about the bombers. Yo, no.
I should have bought my.
Yeah, listen.
Oh man.
There's 2 things that happened. First of all, on the way to the moon, Apollo 11, there was a UFO outside the window. That was the Black Knight satellite. I have a documentary coming out about this in a few months. It's almost complete. And so you hear the black box. We have the black box audio from the mission. And you can hear the astronauts saying this thing is following us. And they called Houston twice, and they, in code, were talking to Houston. They didn't want to tell Houston there was a UFO. They wanted to tell Houston something was wrong. Is our second stage following us or something? They were like, that second stage been gone. What are you guys talking about? Because they didn't want to get the mission canceled. So they said, if we tell them what's really going on, they're going to cancel this mission. So they said, forget it. We ain't going to say nothing no more. We're just going to look at this thing. They followed them to the moon. They land on the moon. When they're getting out, Buzz says,
this is crazy.
Oh my God, they're landing over there. They're watching us. And then to add credence to this, Norman Berggren, who was the head of Ames Research, Norman Berggren is inside of the command center at NASA during the actual landing because his technology is part of the technology that helped them get to the moon in the first place. He says, out of his own mouth, in an interview, which is still available, Camelot, Project Camelot, you can look it up.
Yeah. I'm very familiar with Project Camelot.
Yeah, 7 foot to 8 foot tall black people were getting out. He said they were really black. Now, whether it's because their outfits were black or they were black, nobody exactly knows, but 7 to 8 foot tall black people were getting out, watching us take our first steps on the moon. Which is pretty interesting. They were across a crater, literally getting out of a UFO and watching and observing us. So all that is true, man. I believe all of it. I really do. I did a huge video that's on my YouTube channel that says, yes, we went to the moon, and yes, we lied about it. Because people obviously don't think
speak about why they lied about it. Why you think they created a conspiracy about it?
Yeah, see what happens. You don't really. People who are into the conspiracy about we didn't go to the moon because we saw Hollywood footage. There's a lot of missing pieces that they just don't know about, and so it makes it easy to believe that the whole thing was fake when actually it wasn't. You see, there was reconnaissance missions going on by the Mercury missions before Apollo, and we sent low lunar orbiting satellites up there, and so did Russia long before anybody ever got there. And what we saw blew us away. And it was literally remnants of ancient structures, remnants of structures that looked like they were more modern than what we have, and debris all over the place. A huge debris field, which China has now verified because they actually landed a rover in the debris field and they got stuck in the debris. That was about 5 years ago. So they said, we got to go up there. So the moon mission was a reconnaissance mission to grab some of this stuff, physically put it inside of a case and bring it back to Earth so we can see what the heck some of this stuff is. And so that's exactly what they did. So they mixed a blend of real footage with a blend of some barren, footage. So we can think it's just a cold, dry rock up. There's nothing going on. Why? Because if you can get your hands on pieces of technology without nobody knowing about it, and then you can reverse engineer that technology, you can spawn all kind of new advanced industries and increase your military power behind the scenes with nobody even knowing that you've got this technology and this power. So knowledge is power, but application of knowledge is true power. And they know how to apply that knowledge. So it was all about really going up there and getting this stuff. They sent another mission up there called the Clementine mission. And when I researched this Clementine mission, I knew right away this object never came back because the rap song Clementine, oh my darling Clementine, you was lost and gone forever, oh my darling Clementine. So I knew right away this thing never came back. And the deeper I got into it, I realized it had supposedly crashed on the moon, but it sent back about 100 gigs of high quality, high def images. And so I went and got the Freedom of Information Act and I got those images. And those images show all kind of structures on the back side of the moon. Huge structures, intact, things that look like machines working, intact. So what does that mean? It means that the moon potentially is still being occupied, or they wanted to go and occupy it without letting the people know, because that would give them a very advanced strategic position over everybody. Whoever controls space controls Earth. Whoever controls the space around Earth. In other words, that range around between the moon and us, if you can control it through satellites, through space weaponry, through observation and all of that, then you can control everything that happens on this planet. And so that's one of the reasons why the United States is one of the global, hegemonic dominating countries on the planet. It's because we control the majority of space.
Man, there's a lot of books.
Man, they just created the Space Force.
Yeah. Well, we had the Space Force already.
Yeah.
We had the Space Force already, and the website was up for years. So what they did was that Space Force was taking in black budget monies, and they had to make it official because they kept getting tired of people going, what happened to this $19 trillion in the budget? Where'd it go? And they can't tell you. So they said, okay, now we got the Space Force. Let's make it official. Let's make it a real branch. And now, okay, it's official, guys. So when you ask for the 19 trillion, here it went to the Space Force. You see, that's what's going on.
Well, we are terrestrials.
We are.
That's
awesome.
We are walking on this planet.
Yeah.
So you got to look at that on the big scale. We do exist on this planet.
Yeah.
So if we're walking around here and just chilling, you can just imagine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like there's
Man,
a kingdom.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you, brother, Dr. Billy Carson. Man, you taking me back to my original element. You know what I mean? And I think about this stuff all the time. Especially about the crafts you're speaking about under the paws of the Sphinx. How they have this stuff, and Bob Lazar confirming it. You know what I mean? I think we've been duped on. I think we've been totally duped on everything. Black people, white people, Asian people, just the people of the planet Earth. They're lying about everything. They're liars. They're liars.
Yeah, they control.
They're out of control.
To control.
To control you. Yeah, control you. They have to lie. That's what they do. Everything is being hidden. The truth is being hidden. There's a huge veil over everybody's eyes. And by that method, they can continue the global domination, and they can continue to create breakaway civilizations. They can continue to explore things and advance themselves technologically, and they can handpick who goes on the ride with them.
Exactly.
That's really what it's all about.
Well, they got people buying Mars.
Yeah.
They got
Exactly.
people getting,
Exactly.
What ego is that? That's an ego.
Yeah. How could you buy? I had to thank you, God. How can you try to buy land now on the Mars, like real estate on the Mars now? Like who's doing? Like it's crazy. They're gonna try to leave us behind. I always tell our people, black people, they're gonna leave us behind.
Yeah. What do you think about Tesla and SpaceX?
Tesla and SpaceX is a very complicated system. Now, Tesla, he wants to go to Mars with on a one-way trip, and initially he wanted to take 80,000 people. And those 80,000 people it was so easy to get that sold out. He wants to take 1 million people to Mars now on a one-way trip. Now, keep in mind, these are all extremely wealthy people. Why would they want to leave Earth and go live in a tin can and a tin spacesuit? They wouldn't. So what that tells you is you're not going to leave a butler, a maid, a private jet, and all the traveling and the luxuries of the Earth and all the beautiful scenery to go live in a tin can. So that means that there's an infrastructure already up there being built and has been being built for many, many years now. And they're going to move into an existing infrastructure that's been established and been well established up there. Now, one interesting thing about his way that he gets to Mars, I would rather go to Mars with Virgin Galactic, with Branson, because Virgin Galactic is a space plane, one piece. Tesla has about 8 moving pieces to be able to get a person to the surface of Mars. And I think the more moving pieces you have, the more chance you have for disaster. So I probably would be very uncomfortable riding the space on a Tesla, design system, because it's going to have to, you got to send this thing first, and it's got to come back and dock in space, and this thing has to go up and meet it, and that's too much. The space plane takes off, it flies to the place it's going to go, it lands, you get out, and then it comes back. I like to, keep things simple. When you're dealing with space, it's a very dangerous place, and if you can keep things simple. Keep as few moving parts as possible. To me, that makes a lot more sense than having all these moving parts. I mean, he's still having trouble landing those return rockets on the platforms. Every now and then, when one falls over and blows up. Yeah,
I watched all 3 of the landings that they had. You know what I'm saying? I'm very big on watching SpaceX and Virgin Galactic.
Oh, he's huge. Listen, SpaceX is going to be massive. Now, what I'm looking forward to is when he gets the green light to really turn on what he knows in his head to do the right technology, using rocket fuel to get into space for right now and fulfilling these NASA contracts. Okay, that's great. But when he's finally given the okay to use some of the anti-gravity technology, which will come because he's young enough, that's when it's going to really flip the whole game upside down. When he's able to start using, ferrofluid vortex engines, with rotating mercury engines that are electrified that could create anti-gravity bubbles and things like that. When we can get into that level of technology and start exposing that and using that on a daily basis, and I think he'll be one of the people in the forefront of that, because he's already in this, he's in the system. But it may take some time before the first one. It could be 10 years from now before we see something like that. But I believe he's young enough that it'll happen.
What do you think about his Neuralink technology?
That's some interesting stuff, the Neuralink, mapping everybody's brain. I mean, it could be used for good, but at the same time, in the hands of the hegemonic global elite, it could be damning for, the population.
I think it's a more sinister plan that's going on.
Yeah, you remember that movie that Tom Cruise was in where they had the future crime and all that stuff?
Minority Report. Yeah.
Minority Report,
It's a bugged out movie.
Yeah, it started making me think like, man, these people are going to be doing some crazy stuff with this information. So you can get arrested before you even think about it, before you even get something.
Imagine that pre-crime.
Yeah, pre-crime. That's just the way to fuel. Just the way to fuel the private prison system even more with more black people. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah. Why do you think that they haven't, we know Elon Musk knows about the anti-gravity technology, right? He knows about this stuff. Why do you think that NASA and the elites and everybody, they're not really like putting this information out there? They're trying to convince the public that their propulsion systems just won't work. And Elon Musk is like him and the other guy. They're like the saviors of the space propulsion industry. When we have this gravity technology. Speak a little bit about that.
Well, what they want to do is they want to put one face to the world and another face behind the scenes where they're really operating with their advanced technology. It's a secret space program that they've always had. And that gives them the ability to create missions, secret missions, to go places, to do things, to explore other areas, to see. But what they did was they found out this entire solar system was inhabited, the entire solar system. And so what they've done now is they said, wait, we can't let everybody know about this, because if we let them know that we know this, a couple things are going to happen. First of all the religious systems will collapse. It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. The second thing is they're going to want to know about the rights of these people that we might come in contact with out there. Are we violating these people's rights? We're going to start asking all kinds of questions. Are you robbing from them? Are you the new Christopher Columbuses of the solar system? Are you going in and taking over remnants of ancient civilizations and destroying the indigenous people? Are you disrespecting their worlds and their lands? What are you going to do with this technology? Are you going to cultivate it for yourself, or are you going to make it available? We need free energy. You're going to give us a 0 point. So it just creates this whole conglomerate of all these questions and demands from the massive amounts of people. So they say, you know what? We're just going to be quiet. We're going to develop this and do what we want to do, how we want to do it behind the scenes. And we're going to give them this. Let them think we got to keep making explosions to get into space. Let them keep seeing us launch rockets for a little while longer. Eventually, we'll give them the trickle down technology, and we'll let them get up there on a gravity bubble. But for right now, we're going to keep milking this as long as we possibly can and collect all the intel and data that we possibly can. There's a lot of stuff that's left behind in this solar system after that last pyramid war that happened. It was like an Atlantean solar system wide war that occurred. It spread to the moon. It spread to Mars, Ceres. Ceres is a small planet after Mars. A lot of people don't even know about that. It's got more fresh water on it than Earth. Okay. And when we flew by it a few years ago, the lights were on the planet. And then you got, all the other planets, and then out those moons, like Titan is a clone of Earth. Huygens probe landed in water on the surface of Titan. And on the descent video that you have, there's a famous image I took. I took the descent video from the European Space Agency, screenshotted it, put it on my computer, and zoomed in, and I saw structures on the descent. It's a famous image that actually made it on CNN. And so there's people living on Titan. There's people living everywhere in our solar system.
Isn't Titan a moon off of Saturn, or is it Jupiter?
Titan is a moon. I thought it was off of Saturn. It could be off of Saturn or Jupiter.
Saturn.
It's Saturn, yeah.
I was just watching something last night actually, about the surface of Titan and the probe they sent there. Yeah. And they actually have photographs of Titan, just to let everybody know. They have it.
Yeah, and audio. And video.
Audio.
Yeah, they got it. Yep. Yeah. It's just like Earth.
Yep.
It's amazing.
BC, man. We at this point where we just kicking it, man, and I love it. Where we going? We just gonna do the tea ceremony. Are you drinking anything?
I don't have anything, but I can grab something.
Yeah, grab something while we kicking it. We just like to sit back and chill. And this is tea ceremony time. AD, what you drinking on?
Yeah, I already drank it, but I had my mocha latte.
The mocha latte?
I'll
With
take
your pinky up?
Nah, no pinkies up, bro.
Yeah. Mocha latte, man. Mocha latte.
No, you ain't saying it right. It's mocha latte.
You get real about your cough, about your coffee. You put me up on cold brew, bro. I can
cold brew. You add that to the grass-fed milk. It's bomb as hell.
I don't know about that grass-fed.
Not yet. You don't know about it yet.
You gotta put me up on it.
I'll put you up on it. I'm gonna show you what's up.
The milk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I don't want to break it. I want to keep this going. You're throwing the music. We're gonna toast, and we're gonna keep this just like we sitting in the living room right now. This is an incredible piece, Lord.
This is awesome. Okay.
Johnny, Donny Arcade.
Donny Arcade in the house. Yo, what you got there, man? What you got?
Yo, bro, your vibration and everything that's coming through, and man, you with the I was to the guard right there, BC, man. We all just chilling right here.
Hey, straight up, much love, man.
I'm gonna let you. Hey, since y'all the guests, you do the totals, bro. We just gonna live for you, man.
Hey, man. Well, listen. I want to say peace to all the ancient gods, peace to all the ancestors that put us here. We are literally the dreams and the prayers and the wishes. We are the manifestation of all of that, man. And we're here now. We've gained the knowledge. We made it to this place, this point in time where we actually have the ability to decipher the information, learn what the knowledge meant, all the secrets that were left for us in this area, in this time frame, for us to learn to create a better future on this planet. Peace.
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 Yo, this right here is some mocha laka.
It has a strong taste.
Hey.
It has a strong taste.
Hey, is it? Oh yeah,
That's your first
yeah,
time?
man.
Yeah, it's my first time.
Yeah,
Hey,
no doubt.
Donny Arcade, man, I wanna you know how to digitally design?
I do 3D design, so I don't draw. But you know, it's kind of like the same way they make video games, pretty much.
Cause like if I had
Yeah,
I had an idea for like a scale model of a vehicle with a different kind of propulsion system in it, could you put that in digital format?
I can do that. That's what I do.
Word.
Yeah,
we
I
gonna
can
work
do that.
on that.
He wants a prototype.
Yeah,
Hey.
digital
Yeah,
prototype.
No, I can do that. Yeah, I make 3D models, 3D people, you know, pretty much everything. You know, I can make anything in the 3D world. You know, and I'm a beast in the Photoshop too. So when it comes to Photoshop, any kind of images or whatever, but if you need an actual model, a 3D model, that's my specialty.
Hey, the next step from that is to turn that into virtual reality.
Yeah.
Because you already right there with that 3D graphic animation. I don't know if that's a plugin. If you set up a plugin for that to have the export into a, something that you could watch with a virtual reality, because you're right there. Yeah. It's got to be like a rendering thing.
It's
right?
a real engine, right? What do you call it again, Donnie?
Yeah, everything got formats. Just like you got JPEGs, you got waves, you got MP3s. So even in the 3D world, you got formats too. You got FBX and you got different things that's just a container. But that container, that FBX is an actual person. And it got a skeleton, it got everything. The bones is rigged where you can actually animate it and move the arms and everything. And the next level with all that stuff is getting into the cryptocurrency and the NFT.
That's where I was going to talk about.
Right.
That's where I was going next, man.
We gotta talk off air for that.
He read my mind.
Everybody was ready like, that's it right
now you
there.
make this in Unreal Engine, right?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, but keep it real.
NFT, all
when
of
it
this stuff
comes,
you talking about.
Yeah, when it comes to the 3D stuff, you're gonna probably use about 10 different programs. There's no one program for everything. It's just like music. You might go to this keyboard, that keyboard, whatever the case may be. But you know, it's a whole. You gotta do Photoshop. You gotta pretty much learn all the programs, and then then after that you gotta know how to edit.
Post it right now.
Yeah.
Shout out.
You already
Awesome.
know.
Awesome.
Wait.
I can't believe that Donny Salinas figured out a way to
Donny
post a super chat while he's on the show.
He's on the show.
This motherfucker on the show, and he posted a super chat telling me to play something.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh my goodness.
Andy in the building.
Somebody asked earlier.
Ultimate fan.
Man.
The ultimate rocketeer and ultimate craftsman. We gotta come up with a new name. You just a disciple.
He's a fan and a
This
guest.
is called the Podcraft now.
The Podcraft.
The Podcraft.
We changed the name. It's a Podcraft. We on a craft.
You want
Hey,
to
Billy
play?
Carson, I think that, you know what I'm saying, the reason why I would say, not saying that you don't get as much love in the conscious community with black folks that you do with other segments of people is that I think us as a whole, as a people, we haven't technologically advanced to the level where you're at.
Wow.
To understand what you're even talking about. You know what I'm saying? When I tell people like, yo, the reason why we in the situation we in right now is because we lost the Punic War to the Romans because they reverse engineered our ships and used that technology to come across the Mediterranean Sea and destroy all of Hannibal's navy. You know what I'm saying? And how important technology is when it comes to defending yourself as a people. You know what I'm saying? It make you understand why Adolf Hitler went to the ends of the earth to try to capture new technology so to make his people more stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think a lot of times we forget that as a people of how vital technology is when it comes to defense or just the improvement of one's condition in life.
Yeah, you're right. Well, a lot of that has to do with the destruction of the knowledge of technology has to do with religion. And so during the religion, the big buildup of religion and the indoctrination of it, technology was frowned upon. And so, if you look at the state of the world before the Inquisitions happened, the papal Inquisitions, which killed 80 million people and worldwide to push Christianity around the entire planet. They didn't get here by love, people. They got here by destruction.
Yeah.
But prior to that, they saw that we were on track to be on the moon by the 1800s, technologically. The Inquisition put us back, that far, where we didn't end up trying to get there till the 1960s. So religion has destroyed, unfortunately, through the system of institutional slavery, the mindset of Black people in understanding the true power of who we are, where we came from, and the capabilities and the knowledge and wisdom that we had from ancient ancestors that were space travelers. They're so caught up in thinking that, this Adam and Eve story, and we just came from here, and the earth is 6,000 years old, and you got to pray to these exterior deities, and if you don't pray to them and beg them, that they're going to throw you into a lake of fire and destroy you for all eternity and all this other kind of crazy stuff. And that's really just hocus pocus. The real truth is that, if you look at the faces of the Naturu in Africa, the ancient temples, you see that those faces look just like our faces. You see that the people that came here are most likely our ancestors. And that I think that a lot of these spaceships that are flying around that they try to cover up, I think there's a lot of Black people flying these spaceships, and they don't want anybody to know that. That's just my personal opinion. And I think that religion has put us into a place where everything we're doing is begging for external assistance, and begging and pleading is a low frequency vibration.
Facts.
If I were to take a cap and put it on your head with electrodes on it and connect it to a computer and tell you to do your best prayer, I'm going to see a very slow and wide oscillation on the computer screen, which means your brain waves are at a low frequency vibration. Now, if I take that same cap and put it on your head and say, I want you to command realities. I command this to exist. I command my bills to pay. I command I have a great day. I command that I make it to my destination safely. I'm going to see a very slow and close-in oscillation, which means that I'm operating on a high frequency mindset. What they want you to think is that the way that we've been taught with begging and pleading in this prayer life and getting on your knees and crying and all this other stuff, they want you to think that has power. It has no power. It has zero power. The universe is going to give you what you give it. If you give it weak, fear, doubt, loathing, pain, and all this other kind of stuff, and hopelessness, it's going to give that right back to you. When you stand up and you command, because the same power that created everything in this entire universe is the same power that's inside of every single cell inside of your body. So every single one of us is the creator, and the creator is us. So we're one and the same. We're just different aspects of it to experience life subjectively from different perspectives and different dimensions. And so when you understand that true power that's inside of you, then you begin to command your own realities. So the Anunnaki in the Sumerian tablets, they call themselves the ordainers of destiny. They would see the destiny that they wanted to create for themselves in the future, that they would want to create for themselves, and they would then put the energy into that future and make it happen for themselves. And so what we have to do as a people, we have to understand that we have to learn how to time travel with our mind. We have to create ripples in the space-time continuum that will alter future realities in the third dimension through conscious thought. And what that means is we have to start deprogramming all the negative stuff, all the epigenetic memories that are inside of our DNA from ancestors, and all the programming we got since we've been here. We got to erase it. We got to start fresh. We got to start looking for new information, new answers, digging deeper, finding real truths, going out and exploring, and getting with these people in these different countries and these different places if we can, getting more hands-on information, and then begin to reprogram ourselves, and then take energy and put energy and effort into creating a better future, creating a more knowledgeable future within our future generations of our kids, passing that on. And by that method, you time travel, you can alter the future reality by putting that kind of positive energy out, changing the way that you are praying, because all prayers are is you trying to cast a spell. They may don't want to admit it, but that's what you're trying to cast a spell. When you pray, you're trying to alter the future by incanting words. But if you incant the words the wrong way, the way that they taught us to incant the words is not the way that has power. That's why you see the state of Black people and how long we've been oppressed. We've been incanting a spell on our own selves all these generations. We got to flip that script. We got to command the power, and we got to stop waiting to die so we can live. And we got to live now, and we got to bring heaven to earth. That's my opinion.
Sure, indeed. I agree with it.
I totally agree. And Listen, man.
He just G-checked us.
He
on another level. That was
on the level.
G-check.
But you gotta I mean, you gotta get the knowledge though as well. You know, of course, all of us on this panel here, we are including AD too. But now I'm saying you don't. That's not what I'm. Come on, damn, why you always do that? But what you guys know what I'm saying. It's just that man. I don't want to see people left behind because I feel like cats is gonna get left behind, man. You know what I mean? A lot of our people, Africans, so-called African Americans, whatever name that you want to use to make yourself feel good, they're going to be left behind because they just simply don't have the knowledge.
It's going to happen.
Some money.
You agree with that?
It's going to happen slowly. I mean, slowly it's going to happen. I mean, I could tell you when I started doing this, talking about aliens and all this stuff, this is 1977. Okay, there's four channels on TV.
Oh yeah.
There's no cable.
Like a piano. I have to play this like a piano, bro.
Do the joint right there. We had to do the joint right there.
I was hiding in bushes talking to my friends about aliens. Do you think aliens are real? That's 1977. Now fast forward to 2021, right? And now I'm talking about it on TV. I go to St. Francis College in Brooklyn a couple of years ago, and it was sold out, 500 people, and all of them were black. So I can see the swing happening. It's a gradual, pendulum swing, and it's slow, but it's definitely moving in the right direction. Sometimes people don't understand why I make the kind of memes that I make or talk the way that I talk. It's because I know that black people need shock factor. You can't walk up to a black person and say, eating that cornbread's not going to be too good for you. You shouldn't eat that. Those ribs might not. No, you can't do that. What you got to do, you got to show them a plate of healthy food, and you got to show them a plate of the food that they're eating. And you got to say, the one that you like is slave slop, and this is healthy. You got to hit them with shock factor. So when I talk about these things, I always get them with shock factor. And so I say things in a way where I'm not trying to beat you up, but at the same time, I'm trying to shock you into understanding, like, hey, there's something more here that you might be missing. You need to dig a little deeper.
Hold on, bro. You going too far now. You talk about cornbread. Start talking about cornbread. You're gonna get some.
Everything within reason. Everything within reason. You know what I mean? But
I got you.
You have to tell people like, hey, man, you gotta. I have to shock black people in a different way.
Some beet juice.
Than I shock a different race.
Turmeric juice.
That's what it is. Yeah. You got to find a way to get to the people, and black people usually.
How are we gonna get to grandma? Factor. We just leave grandma alone, right?
Yeah, you gotta leave it in her grace, yo.
Leave grandma and grandpa.
Unless she's young.
Let's go for the children.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes it come down to the mindset of the. Everybody got their own paradigm. So
there you go.
It's really what you believe on so many levels. In my opinion, you got somebody who might believe motherfucking McDonald's is good for them. If you're 100 years old,
Right.
But if you know better, like me, I ain't got that much faith in McDonald's. I ain't got, some other people might got faith in. I don't believe that shit. I believe it's something bad for me. So it will be bad for me.
That's right.
But
the mind is a powerful thing.
Levels,
Yeah, the mind is a powerful thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to go after the youth because when a tree is young, a young sapling, the limbs bend very easily. But when that tree gets deep rooted and grows up, you try to bend the limb, it'll snap. So that's why I focus on the youth more than anything.
There you go. So there'll be good trees when they get older.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
Dope.
Yeah.
So
right.
These trees going.
Right and strong from the root.
Yeah.
Man, that's heavy, man. We had a couple of more. Somebody said, what about the Incas?
Oh yeah,
the Incas.
The ancient
Incas.
The Incas. That's right.
The Incas. I did the Inca Trail. I did a 3-day Inca Trail down there, man. That was a great journey.
He's been everywhere, priest. I told you.
He's alien. I already know.
He's
there.
Indiana Jones. That's a movie. You the real deal, brother.
What we see right now is just a similar.
I can't wait to watch I can't wait to see the videos too, man.
You already made me a fan, man. I love it, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Word.
Yeah, the Incans also inherited what was there. Now they did build the Inca Trail. They built the Inca Trail. The Inca Trail is a 3-day journey. You have to have Sherpas on that journey. So the Sherpas They have all your tents and your beds and your food and your pots and pans and everything else. They run with all this stuff on their backs. They run ahead of you for miles, and then by the time you get to the next stop, they already have the tent set up, the food's cooked, everything's out ready for you to relax and eat. And then while you're done eating, they're breaking it down and they're getting ready to take off again for another like 10 miles. It's incredible how the stamina of these people, man.
Wow.
But the Inca Trail is an ancient trail that leads through these ancient sites and actually connects them. But the Incas themselves actually already inherited what was there as well. So it's pretty interesting that the Incas, the Mayans, and the Aztecs, the Mayans were first. The Mayans named the Teotihuacans. They gave them that name. They didn't even know who these people were that left behind these pyramids. This is what's taught actually in Mexico. It's not even like this is their Mexico mainstream knowledge. The Mayans arrived 200 years after Teotihuacan was abandoned. That's why you see the Mayan people and the Incas and the Aztecs, they were slaughtering girls and throwing them into wells to hope it would rain, and they would cut people's hearts out. How can you be that barbaric but have that level of technology? You see, they didn't have the technological level. They inherited what was already there. The Aztecs had a volcano blow up where they lived, and they had to end up scurrying through a valley, and they stumbled into Teotihuacan and all the Chichen Itza and all the other areas down there in the Yucatan, and they just inhabited them. And that was after the Mayans, so these things just keep getting re-inhabited. That's what happens. The land of Kem was built up after the first big Great Flood, and pre-dynastic, right when the dynastic era began, those Egyptians inherited what the Kemetic people left behind. They built nothing. Those structures are deep antiquity, tens of thousands of years old. The Sphinx is over 36,000 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's incredible. It's an incredible story, man. I'm looking forward to really bringing this to the world.
So it sounds like you kind of bringing like a whole chronological order of the kind of like the holy tablets.
I have a 8-foot long what do you call it, parchment that has all the genealogies and everything on it. It's 8 feet long,
Like
3
a book,
feet wide.
like a book, like a scroll.
It's a scroll.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, man, one day we
gotta hang out with this brother.
Yeah, we gotta
come on through, man.
Yeah.
Donny Arcade will be down here in November. Y'all need to come on through.
Yeah, Miami, man. Hey, you know what? We should do like a retreat or something like that. Go on. My man Romy, he goes on these like bike hikes or it'd be like little bus hikes or it's not like a big. Like a big, but it's these crazy little things. But I would think if we go on a retreat, man, that'd be kind of crazy. We
gotta go to the ancient sites with
Well, I'm going. I'm
Carson,
taking 50 people. I'm taking 50 people to Egypt in October 2022, man.
I'm already there. She said 2022. I got enough time to save my money too.
Wow. October 2022. 50 people.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's go.
Yo. Now, this is a retreat right here. This is therapeutic, man. This is crazy because you actually, no, for real, really, man, with this tea and everything. Yeah. And I'm starting to feel like, man, I'm there. Oh, you need some more tea, don't you?
You know what trips me out about all the mega lifts of the world is that people call them, you know what I'm saying, people that's ignorant to technology call them, you know what I'm saying, ancient relics and that they're old because they're made out of rock. But what can last time more than a rock?
Right. They knew this. You see, if you're traveling through space and you're creating small breakaway civilizations on planets, you don't have time to set up an industry, an infrastructure that can have a factory with workers and all that. You got limited amounts of people. So they came up with the most ingenious idea. They said, you know what? We're going to turn these stones into our machines. And these stones will be here. We can leave and come back 1,000 years from now, and these stones are still going to be here, and we can still use them.
Sure, indeed.
And so they mastered that technology. Master stonemasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Earth helping the woman.
Well, art is technology, as they say. Art is technology.
Yeah.
It's a form of technology. Writing,
look at the art of the Great Pyramid.
Yeah.
You know, they took the Great Pyramid. If you look at the base of the Great Pyramid, and you calculate that base, and you multiply it by 10 to the 8th, and calculate the height, all of a sudden you start getting all these crazy calculations. You can calculate from the Great Pyramid the how many days are in a year. You can calculate the sidereal year, the tropical year. You can calculate the speed of the Earth around the sun. You can calculate the speed of the sun around the galactic equator. And you can even calculate the speed of our galaxy as it moves through space. That's all from the Great Pyramid. Plus, the Great Pyramid is a 1 by 432,000 scale of the Earth itself. So if you put the Great Pyramid inside the center of the Earth and scale it up to Earth size, the Earth fits right around the actual tetrahedron, which means it's a scale of the planet itself. You can even calculate the distance from the Earth to the moon and the distance from the Earth to the sun. You can calculate also the sun's parallax through all the incredible calculations and measurements incorporated into the Great Pyramid. And I have all this in my book. There's probably about 70 calculations, and I lay out the exact calculations, all the actual mathematics for every single one in my book.
Do you think that?
Man, that's deep. Yeah. Hey man, we need to sample what you just said and put it on the beat. Man,
For real.
We gotta sample that, put his bit on the beat.
I'm gonna play something exclusive tonight, just because of this brother building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Word.
Hey, do you think that?
Go ahead.
Do you think that the reason why they launch a lot of these spaceships is on the same line as the pyramids is that the easiest way to launch them from there, or is that because they're just like paying homage to those?
You mean the UFOs that keep coming back?
No, like you know how like NASA, right? You know how they got their space
the alignment.
The alignment.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why. Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. I'm glad you said that. Okay, let me give you, this is a great question. Man, this is a good question. Okay. We have something called the Van Allen radiation belt that surrounds the Earth. I wrote about this in my blog called We Went to the Moon. Yes, we went to the moon, but yes, we lied about it. So a lot of people say, we couldn't get past the Van Allen radiation belt. Actually, that's a lie. They never dug deeper. Van Allen did discover this radiation belt existed, but after they sent up some missions to test it out and figure out what was going on, they realized you can pass through it in less than a few hours, and you would have to be in the heaviest, thickest part of it for a long time before you got a lethal dose of radiation. However, what they also found was that there's this pathway that leads up through the Van Allen radiation belt because of the magnetic field from the Earth. It whips through the Van Allen radiation belt, and it creates this what they call a superhighway. And so the reason why they go along that path is the same reason why the ancients who had the spaceships that built the pyramids went along that same path. That's the path that leads out in between an opening in the Van Allen radiation belt and leads you out into open space. That's why. Yeah.
Wow. I always knew something. I was like, it's not by mistake that, you know, Elon got his space base down there. And what is it called? Boca, something like that. And then, you know, but that lines up exactly with Florida space station. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're all in alignment. You know, the launch pad in Florida is launch pad 33. The secret to the 33rd degree Mason is not all this crazy stuff in these conspiracies. The real biggest secret that nobody knows exists is that the 33rd degree Mason is all about space travel. You have to travel 33 times the speed of sound to break Earth's gravity and get into interstellar space. To get into space, and then from there you can go interstellar if you've got the right vehicle. But you can't break Earth's gravity and escape the atmosphere unless you travel 33 times the speed of sound.
Wow. That's dope.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy, man. We got some more super chat, some more questions for you. Man, this chat room is off the hook, man. They got some good questions.
Yeah.
Very good questions. I call them the smartest chat room on the internet, man. Go ahead, AD. I can't see it.
Charles Betts asks, epic show. I've seen Brother Carson on Gaia. Glad the KP podcast and him were able to connect. Rasul, your depth of knowledge is impressive, my brother.
Oh, thanks.
I agree.
Thanks. Next one.
I can speak some other stuff, but you know, it's the KP podcast. Can't say too much.
Bradley D says, Billy the Truth.
That's the same thing you want over here, man.
Well, I'm not the guest, you know.
Bradley D says, Billy the Truth, we are hearing a legend right now. True blessing. His manifestation teachings helped me get the right mindset to purchase first house.
Awesome. Wow.
That's what I want to get into that too, man. You know, It's good to elevate, and then once you advance it in your financial part too. You know, we was talking about the NFTs, and we could all talk. I mean, talk about some advancing our finance and getting things that we want. Just putting it into our minds, like houses and couple of houses and couple more houses, land. You know what I mean? And there's that. I mean, that's right on the plate, man. For real. Yeah. And we could have class on that here and there and show y'all what to do. We got some, you know what I mean? We could talk about it.
Nice. Beautiful. Yeah. We gotta go out and claim our own 40 acres. We gotta go out and do it ourselves. Nobody's gonna do it for us. The reason why they didn't give us them 40 acres, because 40 acres is 25 city blocks. And you can imagine all of us owning 25 city blocks. That's a lot of that's a lot of power.
You broke it down to 25 city blocks, huh?
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. 25 city blocks. And we got to go get it for ourselves.
That's right.
Yep.
James Brown said, I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Open up the door, I'll get it myself. Shout out to the great legend, JB.
Yeah, man, I'm ready to start building.
Well, you know, I wanted to say, how did you? How was you was able to actually get into some of these sites in Kemet? You know what I'm saying? In Egypt, because you know a lot of people like you know you can't just go over there and just start digging and hey, you go to this person, you go to that person. I tell people all the time, you need to learn a little bit of Arabic or something, so you can be able to.
You gotta have some Arabic in you, but also you gotta have a local guide. You have to have a local homegrown guide. So I have Hashenda Adel, and Mohammed Gamal. Those are my two connects there. They're heavily tied in with the military, the police, and the government. And I send them the cheddar ahead of time, and we have to grease the palms before you get there. You know what I'm saying?
Him, man.
If you don't do that,
tell them, yo. Tell them.
Listen, it ain't gonna happen.
You gotta tell them, yo.
I had a military escort to go. Money talks. I had a military escort to go into a private access of the Great Sphinx.
Wow.
All by myself. I got the photos. Whoa. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
that's whoa.
But
you gotta give him a bomb for that, priest. Yo, that's
play like pianos over here.
Yeah, you might have got the most bombs.
That took 3 months and a couple of these, a little bit of cheddar to make it happen. So right now for the trip in October 2022, we have underneath. We're going to go into one of the chambers underneath the Great Pyramid and let people meditate under there. Wow. That's really private access. Yeah.
Wow.
We're going to take people into the Grand Gallery, let them meditate in the Grand Gallery. We're going to take them into hidden chambers, hidden crypts at the Temple of Dendera. We're going to take them out in the desert about 3.5 hours.
Take the crypts there. Yeah. Now you take the crypts there.
Yo, you might change. You might change. Yeah. Yo, they ain't gonna want to. You bring them back to L.A., Philly, Chicago, Miami. They probably ain't gonna want to bang no more.
No.
You go amongst the hood, they be on.
Well, I tell you,
but let me ask you, Billy.
Hotep.
Yeah.
Do you think the Earth is flat?
Ooh. No.
Come on. Dude. Why are you gonna do that?
I just gotta ask, man. All right.
Turn up.
Now it's getting. You gonna ask Dr. Carson that?
The podcast has just turned up.
Here we go.
Yeah. Another notch.
You know why? I just tell you why. Let me give you a good explanation.
You gonna have to explain that.
Let them explain.
Let me give you a good explanation. The reason why is not because of anything that I believe, even though I studied astrophysics and astronomy for longer than most of the people who believe that have been born. But outside of me, I never discount my ancient ancestors and what they've left behind. And I've gone through 1,000 books, scriptures, cylinder scrolls, tablets, papyruses in the last 20-something years. And there's not one of them, not one, tell you that. They're all talking about not only the locations of star systems and planets, the orbital periods, the size, the shapes, and even the colors of the planets. Even some of these documents and records tell you how many people came from which planet and the population at that time frame of those planets and those star systems. It even talks about galactic wars. So I'm going to go with people that were living millennia ago that didn't have time to waste writing foolishness down. They wrote this stuff down for a specific reason. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to make up these great stories. And I got thousands of books here that have these same stories from all over the planet. So I'm going to go with the circumstantial evidence. Now, in a court of law, enough circumstantial evidence will get you locked up. So I'm going to go with this circumstantial evidence that I got that's telling me what the ancestors know about people coming from space, bringing people, seeding them on this planet, having galactic and space wars and everything else. I'm going to go with them before I go with somebody on YouTube with a tiny little telescope trying to say that, they can shoot a bullet from here and it's going to go and hit a tower in London and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go with more. I'm going to go with the ancients.
No doubt. No doubt. So it's clear. The ancient have said. What you think, Danny? What you think?
I have a question for Billy, actually.
Okay.
Because I follow Billy on Instagram a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And I think I saw one of your lectures. You were talking about Atlantis. Mm-hmm. And you said that Atlantis is frozen in Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
And
part of it, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to know more about that,
Yeah. So the entire Earth is Atlantis. We're all sitting, wherever you are right now, you're sitting on top of Atlantis. So the ring city was just one of many capitals of Atlantis that was on Earth. But Atlantis was not just a global civilization, it was an interplanetary civilization. It extended from Earth all the way throughout the entire solar system. Now, one of the biggest cities of Atlantis is now buried in ice underneath Antarctica.
Hold on, did you just say that we're sitting on top of Atlantis?
Yep.
That's right. Every single one of us is sitting on top of Atlantis right now.
As far as like the North America, are you saying that's Atlantis, or are you saying the whole planet was Atlantis? Okay.
The whole planet was Atlantis. Yeah, the whole planet was Atlantis. Now, if you look at Antarctica, where the ice is melting, right, because of the warming, they keep finding these animals. And so they take these animals and they do autopsies on the animals. And every time they cut the animal stomachs open, they find undigested food in the stomach. Now, that means that those animals were flash frozen. What that tells us is that Antarctica moved into that location at a very rapid pace. So you have the Earth has these gigantic plates, and they're attached together by these very, very sensitive tectonic plates are just barely touching, and sometimes they slip. And when they slip, you can have a giant landmass shift 45 degrees in one direction, create a global flood because of the backwash that happens, and move that particular landmass into a different location like Antarctica did. That's why Antarctica was flash frozen. They have a pyramid there that's massive with the apex still on. If you look at all the pyramids around the Earth, the majority of the pyramid apexes are cut off, they're removed. Because why? The Anunnaki did that before they left here the last time, because they knew that's the finishing piece of the pyramid that allowed, for the technology. That one has the apex on it, still emitting some type of exotic energy. There's also a lot of technology buried underneath that ice. And of course, we know the Nazis went there as well. So Antarctica was most likely one of the bigger capitals of Atlantis that ended up sliding into that location and becoming flash frozen during a geological disaster.
Where can we find this information?
Well, you got to look into a lot of books. So if you, I give the references to a lot of the stuff in my presentations. I'll leave the references to the information on the different research with the geology. You look up usgs.gov, go there, look up the movement of the plates for pole shifts of the crust of the Earth. We now know that we've had at least 4 pole shifts on Earth now. Luckily, we haven't had one since we've been here for this little tiny moment in time. But if we have a pole shift right now, it's going to be the end of life as you know it. Okay, it's going to be a global disaster if we have a pole shift right now, and we're actually kind of overdue in a way. And then there's also another kind of shift, a magnetic flip. We know that by analyzing the geological records of the magnetic field inside the lava from volcanoes, and we find that every 27,000 years, the Earth's magnetic field flips from true north to true south. So right now we're in the process of flipping. Right now, true magnetic north isn't pointing north anymore; it's over Russia, and all the airplanes had to, all the airports had to rename their runways with the different location numbers, so that the planes can actually land, because they're navigating by the magnetic field a lot of the time. So the magnetic field is going to flip probably within the next 50 years. The magnetic north is going to end up being magnetic south and vice versa. So these things are just natural geological things that happen on the planet. It's nothing really out of the way.
Right.
However, we go through these cycles, and unfortunately for those people at that time, they built up an amazing, super advanced civilization on a planet that was getting ready to head into a major geological disaster.
Right.
And that's what happened to Atlantis.
Got more questions? Go ahead.
Okay, let's get to it. Divine Unique says 10 on the strength, 5 because y'all alive. Peace to all on the set. Special shout out to Billy. I bought your book, by the way. Once again, this is class. Hashtag Killer Priest Pod class. Peace.
Thank you.
Divine
Appreciate you.
Unique. Third Eyeball says peace to the gods and blessings, Kingman Kempera. Thank you, Billy Carson. You're the truth. Been following since 2015, and I did buy the stock.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Hey, stockholder. Yeah, stocks are available. Shares are available at Forbidden Knowledge. I'm going all the way mainstream with this whole thing. I'm taking it straight to the stock market.
Well,
Nice.
check it out, brother. You got me along with you, man.
Very nice.
I'll speak for the whole pod.
What do you think about?
Crash.
Hold on, we got to keep going real
Okay,
quick.
go ahead.
Shout out to Richard G. Shout out to Richie Salinas. Yo, listen to this, man. Kabbalah Praxis says Dr.
Richie?
Carson was Atlantis linked to West Africa.
Oh, Atlantis was linked to West Africa. It was linked to pretty much everything. There was a ruler in all these areas. So West Africa had its own regional ruler. You had the giant ring city, which was in the Atlantic Ocean that sunk. That had its own ruler. Antarctica, Mesoamerica had its own ruler. Thoth was the ruler of Atlantis at that time because him and his brother Marduk was having a lot of battles and fights. That's also known as Amun-Ra. They were battling all the time. And their dad said, look, man, you just go to the other side of the planet. You create a new civilization over there. So he left and went with some Olmecs to Mesoamerica and kickstarted that whole civilization. That was all Atlantis. You know, the Aztlan Wall and all that, and going through Texas, that was all Atlantis. All the stuff was Atlantis. So it's everywhere. Every single where on this planet is Atlantis. That's the original advanced civilization that was here. And then that broke down through time and wars and geological disasters. And then, it tried to come back and it made it to a certain level, but then that golden age was very short and collapsed again.
And what did you want to ask? Man, go ahead.
Man, I forgot.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, it'll come back around.
Is that
On everything. What were we talking about?
I say this.
That's what happened to me.
Man,
I want to commend you on. I'm looking at your Instagram following. You got like 1.2 million followers, man. You're reaching a lot of people, man. Congratulations on the information, man. And for someone like yourself to have that many people following you on Instagram, that means you have a big influence. And congratulations, my brother. And man, I've watched a lot of your videos before. You know what I'm saying? Just to let you know. I know, but be talking to you right now, thanks to Donny Arcade and Killer Priest. This is really cool, yo. Wow. And Danny Salinas, because he DMs me all the time. Hey, I'm like, I know about the brother.
Donny Arcade hit me up today, said, ABC, we got to get on with Killer Priest. I said, man, I'm ready. Come on, let's go.
Let's get it.
Hell yeah.
Hey, man, this is what we do, man.
It's a true honor, man. It's a true honor just to be on here building with y'all, man. I'm just enjoying the show. I'm so used to watching the show, so being on the show, I forget I'm on the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here watching it just like I be at the crib watching it. Like, that's just how it be, man. I watch every episode, man, just vibing out, man. And I really love what y'all got going on, man, for real.
Yeah, we love your music too, bro.
Yeah, big fans of your music, man. That's for sure.
Your music is off the chain, brother. Just to let you know.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much more on the way, man. Me and Priest about to build, man.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
definitely down with the royal priesthood too.
Yeah. It's official. It's official.
Hey, do I got that?
Hey.
Get that from you right now?
With that.
Hey, we gotta let them hear that one we got already. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we can premiere it. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I mean, it's so much knowledge been dropped today. I mean, it's off the hook.
Now, wait, is Donny going to do an animation to you guys' collaboration track?
Absolutely.
And you're gonna get Priest up there animated?
That'd be dope.
Absolutely. I already got Priest avatar. I already got him created.
That's gonna be fire.
Yeah, I did the Horseman video, so I had to make all of them.
That's right. That's right. That is correct. I meant to say something about that too, man. You did a good job on that. Yeah. Man.
Hey, man,
Donny
appreciate
Arcade,
that, man.
We got to go.
We're gonna play one of your tracks here pretty soon when Priest says to go.
But hey, I'm gonna tell you something,
okay.
Donny. I got something for you.
Hey, man, I'm waiting, man.
Hold on. I had a video I was working on before I even seen your videos and everything. We was working on.
Okay.
Remember I was telling you I talked to you about it?
Yeah. We already hollered about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
we almost
hey, man,
done.
just build.
Yeah. I think you guys are gonna like it. I think you and Priest gonna like it.
Hey, man, I need to hear it, man. We all got to get on something, man, and just, you know what I'm saying? Let's just put some new music out here, man. We created so easy, man. We need to put more out, man. We need to really put lyricism in a bigger format. You know, it's like, you know, we got to really put it up there where it's become mainstream. It's got to be mainstream.
Right.
But it's got to be the lyrical creativity mainstream. Right. You know, where it's like, hey, man, let's put it in big letters. Let's make it look good. Let's put the best mix on it. Let's make sure that the stubs is hitting. Make sure that, you know, that the creative lyrical music is the best quality.
And we need a team for that. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you mean. And like our DJs we have to change the DJs. The DJ mind state have to change also. You know what I'm saying? That pushing that like that type. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's just like they playing music that elevates the mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It gotta be a whole category for that, for elevating consciousness in music. You know what I mean? Right. And
you know,
that kind of music there.
I always looked at the game like G.I. Joe and Cobra. You know, like for a long time, like Cobra, the dark side of the music has been, you know, they getting all these new weapons and stuff. The G.I. Joes have to upgrade our equipment. You know, we have to go. You know, we have to start switching up the flow and going into these different worlds, because when we do it as, you know, super writers and creators and poets, it's a whole nother level, because we're going to attack it and give it original ideas, opposed to just, you know, the same old. But when we get on those kind of beats, it's a whole nother level. When we get on any kind of beat, it's a whole nother level. But,
so you ain't like Serpentor?
Which one?
King Serpentor?
I ain't here, but is that an artist?
No, that's the Cobra dude.
Oh, you talking about Serpentor?
Serpentor.
Yeah, come on, man.
Serpentor's hot. Yo, man, that's hot. You took it back to Serpentor. What about the Nemesis Enforcer? Y'all remember him?
Oh, come on, Snake Eyes. Come on, man. You got all of them, man, for real. You got Storm Shadow. You know what I'm saying?
That's an ill name, Storm Shadow. That's a crazy name. That's like a name for a god. Storm Shadow.
DJ, that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow. It's time to bring it back. Even when me and Priest was talking about the priesthood, it's really time to bring back that shit. Right now, I feel like it's a new paradigm. I feel like right now it's like 1980 all over again. You know what I'm saying? We about to get into it's like we just coming through the disco era, and we about to get into a golden era again with new legends and new. And me in my mind, I just feel like that. I feel like it's 1980 all over again. Just a new dimension.
Yeah.
You know,
that's hot.
It's definitely
hot. Yo, it's definitely
whatever you're feeling is the right feeling. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the movement. What happened to the native? It was over to the front. I moved him to the side.
Well, no,
he gonna bring him out now.
You got the God. That's the God, right? He's there with us.
Who is that? Danny?
I think it's Greyhawk.
Greyhawk, no doubt.
I like that name, Greyhawk.
Word. Yeah, no doubt, man.
Greyhawk.
Yeah, man.
That's you.
Yeah. All right.
Should we do more super chats?
Yeah, let's do a couple more super chats, and then we're gonna. Oh man, this is crazy. Your man BC is off the meat rack. This is my first time ever hearing
BC the truth.
Yeah, this is my first time. I can't believe I never heard him build like this.
You probably did though. You know what it is, brother.
But I did now though.
We gonna call you the Doc. Brother Billy Carson, Doc. We gonna call you Doc. We seen Doc on Gaia. I seen him many times. I say, oh, there's a brother right here, and he's
BC
always been there.
Full of knowledge, man. Real knowledge, man. And just a good person in general, man.
And that's a high degree.
You gonna give you the game.
That's the Doc right there. Not the doctor. Yeah, I'm not giving him the Dr. York.
Yeah.
I'm giving him Dr. Carson. There you go.
Hey,
You said the doc.
straight up.
You know what I mean?
Well, you said the doc.
I know. That's what everybody think, right?
Of course.
They think of Dr. York when you say doc. Well, anybody could be. Anybody could be a doctor, though. It's like, you know. But that's.
All right, let's start because we're gonna go.
I'm not gonna
go crazy. Yeah, it's gonna go crazy.
Dr. Carson, or the God Carson, the master teacher Carson, or one of the masters. There you go.
All right, but Richie Salinas
I don't know,
says,
man.
"Salute, brothers."
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to MKN Money. Reggie says, have you heard of Otis T. Carr and his attempt to patent a UFO he created? And Ralph Ring, who claimed he took a ride on the UFO. Otis Carr UFO pictures still searchable? Question mark.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I talked about both of those gentlemen in Deep Space extensively. If you go to Gaia and look up Deep Space season, I believe that probably is most likely in season 1, 2, and 3. I probably talked about both of them twice between both of those seasons. So, yeah, it's all real, man. You know, there's so much technology that has been suppressed from mankind that's sitting in, you know,
plain sight.
These little, you know, what do you call it when they eminent domain, you know, files. So you come up with an invention and you go to patent it. If it can alter the economy, if it could change the way that we're moving on the planet, the government will eminent domain it and file it away, and then, you know, suppress it and keep it out of the general public. And because they have this very slow trickle down release of information and technology that the elites above them have got them doing to maintain and sustain, you know, their powers for an extended period of time. That's why we haven't switched out. I mean, look, we got electric cars, right? But we have electric cars that have to be plugged in. So when you plug your electric car in, you're still using oil because the power station down the street uses oil to generate the electricity. So it's really, you know, come on. Yeah. The way that we should be driving electric cars, you should never have to plug it in at all. The first thing you do is you put solar flakes in the paint. So the flakes in the paint collect solar energy. And then instead of having regular car panels underneath the paint, you have induction plates. So the paneling of the car itself are induction plates, just like the same plate you put your wireless cell phone on, you put it on the wireless charger. That's the body panels of the car. It inducts the solar energy right through the car, sends a transmission of the energy into the batteries, keeps the batteries charged. The next thing you do is you take the braking energy. So every time you pump your brakes, you create a certain amount of energy through friction. We brake all day long, and we're releasing all that free energy. You can store that energy and turn it back into recharging power in your battery. So you never have to plug a car in. They know this. If I know this, they know this. This is just another example.
But it's inevitable that's coming out.
Yeah, I think you know what I'm saying. I've been off grid, for like the last 4 years, and what's really improved my whole electrical system has been the upgrade of going from lead acid batteries to lithium ion batteries. Where do you think that technology came from? You think that that's something they discovered here, or is that an old technology that's now manifesting itself?
It's a good question, man, because lithium ion technology is pretty interesting, the way that it's set up. I invented a battery. It's an AGM battery at my tech company. And
it's no joke, man.
That's why I like that. That's why I'm sitting there, I'm like, let's build. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the battery, my battery is a first class space.
So what is AGM? What does AGM stand for?
It's a amalgam mass. Amalgam. It's hard to pronounce that doggone word, but let me tell you what exact. Let me get my words right on the actual acronym. And it's actually what I did was I found a way to add more copper to the inside of the battery. And what I did was when I did that, it's a absorbent glass mat.
Oh yeah, I know exactly. So I got that in my car.
Yeah.
Put them in, they use those in motorcycles a lot.
Right, exactly, in RVs.
Yep.
Okay, but I found a way through a couple of processes to increase the output, and so the one that I have, it weighs about almost 80 pounds. It's pretty heavy.
Damn.
But you can mount it in any position. It doesn't leak and it doesn't need any servicing, and it can power a small house for up to 4 days.
Wow. What phone is that?
Yeah. And it's pretty interesting. But again, if I go and put that, submit that patent, which I'm considering, if it's too I don't think it's too revolutionary, but if it's too revolutionary, it could get shelved.
Come on,
All right, hold on. Somebody's getting sorry about that.
Yeah, that's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Glass mat. I actually got that same battery.
You keep texting me.
My,
Sorry.
Sorry,
AD.
Car. But
see, the trick behind it is there's copper inside that battery.
Yeah, more
copper plates.
Yeah.
And that's where the weight comes. That's why mine is so heavy. So I found a way through a chemical process and adding additional copper plates to increase the output for an extended period of time. And then you can trickle charge it with a solar panel, which I have, and you can also rapid charge it.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Very nice.
Wow, that's dope.
Okay.
More super chats?
More super chats. Let's go, because, man, they were really
Very good.
They going in here.
I know.
Next one is by Dre Mills. Billy, are you familiar with the global reset and the reset of global currencies being revalued to their true value, i.e. the Iraqi dinar?
I actually owned about 3 million Iraqi dinars.
Wow.
I bought those Iraqi dinars back in 2000.
Oh, God, this guy is off the chain. Yo, Dr. Carson, what are you doing? Yo, give him a bond for that, priest. You gotta give him like a... You already own. So
I bought 3 million Iraqi dinars back in like 2000. Shortly after the invasion that we did, I said the Iraqi dinar is gonna take a dump and maybe it's gonna come back and I can get them real cheap now. And when it comes back, I could be, rich. So far, it hasn't obviously happened.
Awesome.
It just hasn't happened. But the global reset is gonna be. It's not gonna be abrupt as a lot of people are thinking. It's gonna be not too slow, but not too fast. As you can see now, MasterCard just announced that they're going to allow Bitcoin on transfers through MasterCard.
Right.
So MasterCard's going to be doing that big deal. So with the global reset, it's happening, but it's a gradual process. It's not going to be an abrupt, you wake up one day and everything is changed.
Boom, everything is different.
Yeah. Right. It's going to be it's going to be a gradual change. Iraqi dinars, I'll be quite honest, I kind of gave up on it because I just don't see it coming back. I mean, I just came from the Middle East last month. And everything, there's still
it's messed up over there. Still kind of, it's still messed up. You might as well go to Turkey and buy their currency because the Iraq, is just,
I don't see any money. I don't see it becoming of any real value anytime soon.
We gotta get rid of money. Go ahead. All right, let's go to super chat.
Next one is by Kenneth Miller. Dr. Carson, what's your thoughts on inner Earth theories?
Yeah, so the inner Earth is actually there, but it's not a gigantic hollow Earth where there's an interior sun. That's actually not accurate. Now, what we have found through ground penetrating radar and through actual
York said it was people living in there.
Yeah, Doc said it was.
There's people living down there.
Shambhala and Algata.
Yeah,
the mass of the Earth is so great that there's these gigantic honeycomb openings that go on for hundreds and hundreds of miles. And there's energy sources down there because of all the crystals and the gems. Earth is a gigantic crystal magnet. And so it generates its own field, its own energetic fields. It also generates its own oil. Oil is actually the blood of the Earth. But inside of some of these gigantic honeycomb caverns, there's spaces where literally millions of people could live comfortably. We're only just inhabiting the surface of this thing, but inside of it, the land, there's so much mass there. We haven't even tapped into the capabilities. And I believe that there are people still living down there. I don't think that it goes all the way down to the core, but I do believe that there's these gigantic openings. I've seen some of the images of some of them where people can inhabit very comfortably and have a ways to come in and come and go, and it can house millions of people.
All right.
Wow.
Very cool. Let's keep going.
This is crazy. Yeah, ask another question from these scholars. Scholarly questions.
Crazy, right?
I was going to ask you a question. You were talking about stock. What do you think about the Moderna stock?
Well, when I'm in a huge stock group, and everybody in there trade about $500,000 a day in these groups. But I made a statement in there that I posted actually about maybe 3 months ago that I wasn't going to invest in any stocks that were, in my opinion, potentially the detriment of to the detriment of humanity. I don't think that those companies have humanity in mind. I think that they're I'm trying not to get your channel cut by talking about this on YouTube, but it's just not for me. I decided not to go that route.
Did you see how much money they made?
Yeah, they're making a lot, and I think that you have to take capitalism out of healthcare. Capitalism has to come out of healing and sickness. When you take out capitalism from that, take capitalism out of prisons, take capitalism out of these various institutions, all of a sudden you'll get the real help. People will be healed the right way. People won't be sick from things that could, we won't be getting cancer anymore. But there's too much capitalism, and because of that, we're in a position where people take advantage and don't really have the human being's best interest at heart. It's all about how can I make a dollar off of them and keep them hooked on this? How can I keep pimping them? Yeah. So that's why I don't really play around with that particular company's stock.
All right, let's move on.
I agree with that.
What's the next one?
That's well said.
Let's move. Yeah.
Shout out,
brother.
Hot coals, real
Yeah.
Shout out to Ralph Wiggums. Shout out to Richard G. Jason Johnson asks, what would be the best way or platform to put out music in these times? Example, NFT or something else.
You got that, Donnie? You want to take that one?
Yeah, I would say definitely NFTs right now. NFT is the new wave, because it's putting it where we can actually create Mona Lisas. Mm-hmm. This is a Mona Lisa that exists and can resell, So even what Tory Lanez just did, he actually, I want to say, put out 1 million NFTs for $1 a piece. All right, so he made that 1 million in one day. That ain't the big thing about it. But the fact that everybody who bought one of those things, now the price of what it's worth is over $50,000 or so. So some people bought 60 of them, and now he got a smart contract with everybody that actually sold the NFTs and resell the NFTs. He's gonna still get a percentage. So that's the new thing. Even people that beyond music, that's people fire. Who who do art and draw can actually finally get paid now because it's back to something that you can kind of track, opposed to being on the internet for everybody, and you can't really monetize it.
Yeah, Dave Flores got something.
I'll add, getting into the NFTs now is so fresh. This technology is so new, but you're investing in your future by getting into it now because it's still being pioneered upon. There's so many people that have no idea what the hell an NFT still is yet. But in 2 years from now, they're gonna know exactly what an NFT is. So it's still fresh. It's still brand new. Yeah.
You want to get in now,
but.
Fourth Disciple.
You still want to go the traditional route. You still want to get your songs distributed through iTunes and through Spotify. Right. You still want to go that route still because that's still where the general public is. But here comes this new wave of technology with NFTs. That's for your future 5 years from now or even 3 years from now. But still go the standard route because you still want to be played through the mainstream services like, Spotify, like I said.
Fire.
Okay.
See what happens when you get the team. Hey. You got the team up. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the team and going forward like this. And this is a powerful movement. And I just want to tell everyone in the super chat and everyone, the craftsmen, thanks for coming. You're a Rocketeer though, right, Danny?
Yeah.
That y'all, we all down together. You know what I'm saying? We move as one. You know what I'm saying? Just letting y'all know that. And you also, BC, man, you dropping some bombs today.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, let's finish up.
Donny Arcade and Dr. Billy Carson on the show. This is awesome, man. You got to come back, man. You guys got to come back again.
This has been great, man. This has been great.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just excited.
Rasul is very passionate right now.
Yeah. I mean, because it's a lot of questions but we can't do it all on one show.
Breathe and take your time.
It's all right.
I'll be back on it. I actually got to go pack to go to the airport.
All right.
Then where you going?
Yeah. I'm actually going to America. I'm going to Michigan, Detroit.
I'm sorry.
Michigan.
Oh,
okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm actually going to be in a movie. I'm going to be in a movie called The It Factor. So I'm going to film my part to the movie. I'm in this movie called It Factor that's coming out.
Awesome.
And so I got to go up there and film these parts. Yeah.
All right,
Well, they're
yo,
gonna film me.
let's send you off righteously. Let's ask him one more.
We got one more question
more
here.
question for
One
you.
last minute one came in. It's from Kenneth Miller. He asks, do you think all African Americans came from Africa?
No, absolutely not. I think that there were indigenous black people all over the planet, actually.
Okay, Mario.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so a lot of
Mario, you
people
listening?
did
What's his
come
name?
across,
Curimeo, I think.
Quarter meal.
I always say it
a lot
wrong.
of people did come across in the slave trade, but there were also
Hey, but I talked to him on
black
the
people
phone, so
existing. There are black people in Melanesia. There's black people in Asia. There's part of that, which is part of Asia. There's black people in Indonesia. We know this. These tribes have been there for thousands of years. And then, of course, we know for a fact, even in the Americas, North and South Americas, there were indigenous black people here. There was a huge slave trade. That doesn't take away from that. But there were black people, pretty much around the whole planet.
Okay, one more. I think we can squeeze in, right, Priest? We got another one right here. Okay, it's a pretty good question here.
I wanted to play a song for him.
We'll still do it. We'll still do it.
Now he got to go. Let's go.
We'll do one more. Charles Betts, Dr. Carson, can you speak on Admiral Byrd and his expedition to Antarctica?
Admiral Byrd took a fleet of U.S. Navy ships down to Antarctica to go see what the heck Hitler was doing down there.
Mm-hmm.
And when he got down there, they were bombarded by these flying discs that literally destroyed some of their ships, killed a lot of American soldiers, and sent them running back with their tail between their legs. And so Admiral Byrd made this famous statement that we're facing a new kind of enemy, one that could fly from pole to pole. And he was adamant about it. He was basically trying to tell us, like, hey, there's some UFOs out here. There's some stuff flying around in these skies that's coming out of Antarctica that we ain't ready for yet. So it was a very interesting, eye-opening situation. And I think that's when the powers that be in the U.S. military said that we got to get our hands on this technology. In some weird way, they negotiated a deal to in my opinion, to win this war and take these 2,000 Nazis in Project Paperclip and bring them over to America. How they actually negotiated the ability to do this, I'm not sure, but it was huge. And Admiral Byrd was one of the first people to expose the fact that they were attacked by UFOs.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. Wow.
Man,
Great.
brother, we're gonna send you off on a craft. We're gonna send you off on nah, for real.
Yo, I'm coming down to Miami, yo. I'm gonna have to holler at you, man. I'm coming to see you, God.
Come on through.
I want to look at all of your artifacts.
Yeah.
I'm coming down there.
We need to put the lab together, man, so we can start working on some of that
You got the
technology
craft
we're talking
ready.
about. You know what I'm saying?
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Definitely. No,
I got plenty of
serious.
space for it.
Serious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, we're gonna send you off on the UFO, bro. We're gonna send you off righteously.
Yeah.
We're gonna spin it around. Yo, chat room, give it up for Billy Carson.
That's right.
Hey, thank y'all. Appreciate it,
you've been a
man.
great
Thank
guest.
you, GA.
Been a
Thank
great
you,
guest.
man. Killah, please, everybody.
What you going?
Much love, bro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Donny, you staying with us, or you vanishing into the? Are you with us?
I'm gonna stay for a few more minutes. I'll stay about 15 more minutes.
You
Chop
with
it
us?
up.
Play that
We got that
Library of
song.
Alexandria.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let's get it.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Peace.
Catch y'all later.
Thanks for coming,
Peace.
Billy, man. We go build, man.
I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you,
Yeah,
Dr. Carson.
come on through.
Watch
We got it.
out,
Let's do it.
he'll be at your door. Like,
Yeah, I might jump over the fence in the backyard and knock on the door. Say, this
you
that
need
nigga
security.
Sewell, huh?
I got alligators in my lake in the back. You gotta come.
Well, he don't care about.
I don't care about no them. I can control them. I can use the force on them. I'll use the
All
force.
right, bro.
Hey, man. Peace. I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah,
Much
peace,
love.
God.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Man, that was heavy.
That was dope, man. That was really dope.
BC
Donny.
legendary, man.
Yeah,
That's
Donny,
got a
yo.
lot of knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. It shows, bro. And
For real.
yeah, your music, you hear it. You got something good that's going on, man. And we're gonna put this thing together. We already got a song. I'm gonna let the chat room know now. Should we?
Yeah.
Let's
We
go.
got a
Yeah,
song together.
Yeah, and it's just me on the production. We ain't got one with
Yeah.
both of us rapping yet. But
Yeah.
we gonna do something so dope, man.
Yeah,
like
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna do something on a whole nother level, man. You know, like Priest, man, you such a great artist, man. You know, I'm such a true fan of you, man. You know, going back to Liquid Swords, Heavy Mental,
right.
you know,
That's
man.
right.
Thank you,
You
bro.
know, like,
That's
you know,
right.
I'm a student, man. You know, like I was created by you, man. You know what I'm saying?
man.
For real, man.
Man,
You know,
thank you, brother,
and all
so
y'all,
much.
man. Y'all, I love y'all energy, man. Yeah, I feel like I known y'all for 10,000 years, man. Like for
You
real,
have.
for real, man.
You have. They say when you meet people in time that sometimes you see when you look in their eyes, the windows to the soul, and then we just all spirits that's coming back. AD was just saying that, right? You said that about the path, and when we met, same thing, man.
Yes, synchronicity.
Yeah.
Yep, that's real.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
exactly.
So we had a request from Danny Salinas, who's actually on the show, on the panel right now, and on camera.
You already know.
I'm gonna take one little break.
Take a break. We're gonna play Carpe
I've been drinking a
Diem.
lot of tea.
Oh wow!
Carpe Diem. We're gonna play Carpe Diem
Hey,
right now,
appreciate you, Danny. Let's get
Let's
it.
go, brother.
and I'm gonna share the screen on your end so that you can hear what we're playing over here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna switch it up here for you all real quick. You won't see
Just
for a second. Okay, here we go.
He trying to take off. No, man, he just gotta walk fast, guys.
We got the streets singing out. Police singing out. You hear it? Hustlers singing out. The whole world singing out. You hear it? You hear it? Carpe diem. I did it just because they say I couldn't. Spread wings and flew when they said no one wouldn't. Saw the heights that they'll never see. Oh, imagine me. With ambition, I selfishly wanted everything. I never stepped on toes for my benefit. Somehow I stepped in other galaxies and orbits. My enemies forfeit. Run laps around the campaign, I'm looking gorgeous. I know you see them, Carpe Diem. Intergalactic tours with the per diem. Me and the universe in agreeance. Favor ain't fair, so I don't care neither. I was in the trench while you were sleeping. Z's alarm clock set the PM by mistake. You calling in late, while I'm way awake. I'm the Sandman in this illusion of time. The hourglass break, so I'm timeless with everything that I create. Made a 4-speed with you, only you can make change. We got the hood singing out. Yeah, the sleepwalker singing out. Awaken. You hear it? You hear it? Yeah. You hear them guns singing out. Soprano, media singing out. Through channels, hear it? Gotta be fearless, relentless in this avatar body that's rented. Dreamless sleepers with no antennas. Stuck here while the rich make their way off the planet. We can only destroy ourselves, the earth gon' manage. Mother Nature does the best crime, so what your laws mean? Excuse me for trying to think godly. My chrome wings can't be clipped, so I ascend. My third eye stays open, it won't close again. God is within. Only astronauts visiting, and hell is man-made, invented. Can't compare that to the limitless. It's your life, so live it. Extreme vividness, 360 vision, and it's like I'm hooked up to cerebral. Try to fight against evil. Yeah, cold world, but love is illegal. And all these people are scared people, so fear and love is equal. Just live with no regrets and try to keep you a piece of your heart. This world's a concerto, like Beethoven and Mozart. Got the truth singing out. The new world singing out. You hear it? Got the lights singing up. You see it? You hear it?
You know what's dope about this? Because, you know, Donny does the trap stuff, but this is not really like a trap record. This is like just a regular hip-hop genre.
Yeah.
So it just shows the diversity in style, the versatility in styles, and just, man, salute you, my brother. Peace to the God, yo. Visuals, too. They're like the opera singing. That's just dope.
I just love that it's epic. I love anything epic. And that's
Shout out to Gloria. She's the opera singer on the song. Yeah,
That's hot. I like that.
Yeah, she killed that. Yeah,
she
that
killed
was a while back. That was like I want to
gives her
say
that gut feeling.
2016, 17.
Right.
Yeah, man,
You know-
truly appreciate that, man. You
Yeah,
know,
no doubt,
what I
man.
try to do is just give them
Amazing.
different styles, man, because, you know, even, you know, like I said, sometimes people think I just do trap music, but I mean, I really try to never make the same song, you know, like
That's
I try
dope.
to make every song totally different,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be.
yeah.
But
man,
I don't
you know.
feel trapped when I'm listening to
No,
your
no,
music,
no,
man.
no,
It's
no.
like free.
Yeah. I mean, even
I got
even
all
a
kind of songs. It might
Yeah.
be reggae, it might be 80s, it
Oh,
might
man.
be anything, you know what I'm saying? Like really one thing I
Real
want to
artist.
do, and I'm gonna stay here on y'all show. I want to do an album called The Time Machine and go
that'd be
through
hot.
all the
Dang.
yeah. I want to go through all the time periods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to the 1800s. I'm going to the 20s. I'm going to 30s. I'm gonna go to the year 4000. You know, go on a whole nother level. You know.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we can
should get
definitely
him
go
on,
there, yo. Yeah. That'd
And
be
we,
dope.
we
Hey,
want
man.
to we want to remind everybody at home that Donny Arcade is an actual official artist. You can find him on Spotify. He's already out there. He's got plenty
That's
of
right.
tracks. And my TV just turned
Appreciate
off by itself. Hold on a second. That's crazy.
Do they still see us?
Yeah, they still see us, but that's just my TV by itself went off. Hold on a second.
Also, let me let y'all know now, I have a brand new Patreon, and we have another one coming out probably tonight.
Yeah.
Right. Also, I have a brand new Patreon that's out right now. So it's very, I want to say that it's very intimate. Like it's an experience. You know what I mean? It's something different that I really didn't do, but I'm gonna start doing this like music, just airing it out. So if y'all on the Patreon, if you're not, you better join because it's gonna be some new type of stuff that's really going. But I opened up on this one and the next one too. So should be cool. That's just letting y'all know. Are we back?
What's up?
No, we're
And
good.
we are
just-
back.
We had just lost the TV for a second. No one at home noticed anything though. But yeah.
Donny Arcade, man.
Okay,
This
so
is
yeah,
a-
finishing on
Such an
that.
honor,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's such a true honor just to be on here with y'all, man. You know, vibing out, man. Like I said, I've been watching the show, so it's just, it's just super dope to really, vibe out with cool beings. Like, man, we all thousands and millions of years old, man.
That's
And
right.
even with me, I'm into the knowledge, but me, it's the frequency, and that's why I'm an artist, and that's how me and BC connect. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's dope.
sometimes it's beyond the books, it's beyond the knowledge. It
Right,
become a
right.
frequency of communication.
Right.
And you can absorb that a whole podcast of what we just learned and absorb it, and we can put that into one verse because we artists and we can do all kind of stuff, man. But
Word.
but yeah, man, it's just an honor, man, for real.
Follow Donny Arcade on Instagram at Donny Arcade. Got 38,000 followers. That's pretty good, man.
That's pretty good, yo. You got nice
Appreciate it, man.
And all the
subscribers.
stuff is up there,
38,000 is pretty dope, yo.
Got some good content up there. So make sure y'all at home follow Donny Arcade, and he posts stories too.
Awesome.
And you wanna support artists that's pushing raising the bar, pushing the car. You know what I mean? Pushing
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And the reason why I like it because it's something different, something dope, and you can appreciate it. Appreciate
It's
the lyrics.
educational. You know what I'm saying?
And the way you flipped it, yo.
Yeah, where you be
Flip it.
flipping
Hey,
it,
man.
man.
Hey, like I said, man, my mentors was, like I said, it started off with George Clinton, Sunrise. So even when I do the
Sunrise.
shows,
Right,
sometimes
right.
I want to get into the costumes and I do the things. I usually come out with my glasses. You know what I'm saying? I got my glasses right here.
Yeah.
This
Oh, that's hot.
usually,
Okay.
Indeed.
You know-
You're on the plane.
Yeah.
You on that
yeah,
plane.
but I want to give them visually, I want to create a show that's so dope and out of this world that, like, just something they never seen with music.
Yeah,
Almost kind of put on a
theatrical.
concerto.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Those your glasses that you make?
No. These I collect them, man. I get them. Sometimes I order them, but eventually I will try to make some though.
That would be dope. That's
Yeah,
I
yeah.
imagine walking up to somebody with my pieces on with a glass. They be like, "Where this nigga come from?"
Yeah. You be on it like Sunrise and Sunrise and the late Lee Scratch Perry, man.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, those is hot, yo.
You got
That's
alien
hot.
glasses.
It's a Matrix style right there.
Yeah.
what it was telling
style.
It tells you that
it be so dope when you be on the stage with it, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes I just come up with different things to try to, you know, kind of like surprise them, you know, throughout the performance or whatever the case may be. But
because y'all not seeing nothing regular.
Yeah, straight up.
You're all mesmerized. There you go. Yeah.
We got a super chat from Gavin McDonald. Gavin, can you play Lotus Flower, Bless Up Priest? Yeah, we'll play it at the end of the show.
Indeed.
Let's hit that
when you
Library Alexandria.
Yeah.
All right, we could do that.
That joint hard.
Yeah, let's go in.
And then we Priest has a little dancing video he wants to show also.
Oh yeah, that's for
Donny, man, you look like you straight from out of the metaverse, straight from out of the future. You know what I mean?
Logo,
Came out of the portals.
The portal.
Hey, straight from the portal, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to it. Here is
and the Anunnaki, right?
Yeah. No, this is the Library Alexandria.
Yeah, your animation work on this.
Tahuti loves this one.
Yeah, Tahuti loves this one, yo. Donny?
Yeah, me too. I love this joint.
Hey, really appreciate that.
Yeah.
That took me like about a month and a half to do, for real.
Oh, word?
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
This video is undeniable right here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Appreciate it, man.
You can hear it, right?
Library
I can hear
Alexandria.
Okay.
Hey, man, this shit crazy. Straight from Lemuria, all of this knowledge, I know that you never have heard of it. Yeah, it's astronomy, yeah, it's astrology, doing the measure like Merlin did. I'm off on the roll, I write on these scrolls, I write about all of the solar systems. All of this product define the logic for minds, you know that we gonna get in. Look at the space, look at this place, and wait, you know that we feel it. Yes, I'm infinite, just like the 8, you know it's a straight up menace. Yeah, dream my philosophy, yeah, I'm like chaos with it. Brainstorming, writing other sentence, wonderful place you'll want to visit. Library Alexandria. Library Alexandria.
It's fire.
Library Alexandria.
And he did all of this, right?
Library Alexandria.
That's crazy, man.
We knew about stars, we knew about Mars, emojis they offer Sidonia. All of these records, and if you was welcome, you come here and get a tutorial. You can ask Plato, you can ask Socrates, properly everything, yeah, we did it. Everything, yeah, it be so exquisite. Like Nas, it was all written. I'm on the phone with the Oracle. They got a question, I'm trying to help. All of these books, some of my favorites, I put them up in the serapeum. All the secrets, they was never hidden. Mathematics, the laws of physics, the real matrix, Edgar Casey. Past lives to the Atlantis. Time travel ain't new to this. Yeah, they be hating like Julius. I'm off in this crystal technology. Why must we do with this foolishness? Just take a look at this place. Eternal, we never could age. All this, why throw it away? All these books off in the blaze. Library Alexandria. Hey. Library Alexandria. Library Alexandria.
Fire
Library
bird.
Alexandria.
I like what somebody said that hip hop is not dead, yo.
Never, yo.
Real hip hop is alive and well.
Yo, if you went,
Man, that
if
shit
you
is dope.
if you went to school and you showed them what you did, the professors would be blown away.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hey, even I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. That even looking at that, man, I'm light years beyond that now, man. Like it's on a whole nother level now. Like even the beauty and the lighting, you know, it's more natural lighting.
It looks like Maya. You're not using Maya?
No, I looks
like Maya.
I got Houdini, I got Maya, I got every program, and I bounce around from all of them. You know, I might start something in Blender, and then I go to, you know, whatever the case may be, I go to all of them pretty much. You know, that's what it's gonna take.
Yeah, basically.
Do stuff like that.
That was incredible.
Yeah, you might get in another program just to do water. You might get another program to do fire, and you know, so it's so many different ways to go about it, man. But the main thing I want to do right now, I really want to make movies. Like, even with my thing, I want to be Walt Disney, man. I want to be bigger than Walt Disney. I want to create a whole Marvel universe. I want to create that, you know, because I feel like
you can do it.
Yeah, it's going down, man. Like I ain't even put out an album this year. Usually I put out about 3 albums a year. I'm about to go, you know, really put out more music towards the end of the year. But I've really been studying all this year, just in the books, man, learning this stuff. And it's to the point now where I got everything I need.
Word. Beautiful.
Word.
Yeah, because normally a record label would have to hire a graphic artist like you to do what you do, and that would cost at least like $10,000. But you're able to do that for yourself, so you're saving.
Yeah.
And that's what made me do it, because I tried to go get it from somebody. I went around looking for it, and they gave me an estimate like $5,000. I said, man,
shut up.
I said, yo, I went straight to YouTube.
Yeah, because those skills aren't exactly on Fiverr. You know what I'm saying? You can't find that kind of money on Fiverr.
Shout out to
No,
Bo.
I mean, well,
And
I don't know.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, those skills I had to earn those skills, man. I mean, you're talking hundreds of hours and I mean thousands of notes.
Could you make that into a video game format? The Library Alexandria?
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I almost got a video game
Imagine
format
that, though.
already put together.
We me and you playing against each other in that Library Alexandria created by Donny Arcade. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Hey,
and you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm hearing hearing a lot of stories like that too, because the cat who shot my video for Bodega 95, Bo Visual told me the same thing. I said, yo, how did you start shooting like this? He said, yo, nobody would give me a chance. Nobody would show me anything. So I just went and did it myself.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, when they close you off, that's why I told cats, I was telling them on my live a long time when COVID first hit, I was like, I did a bill where I was just saying, yo, man, when they shut you down, that's the best part. That's when it's like when everybody cuts you off, and nobody won't show you nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Now you can really.
Now you get in your bag, and you get to really elevate and test yourself and find out. Oh man, you know what? I'll learn. I'll figure this out, and you figure it out.
Yeah,
You figure it out.
And even right now, we're in a portal of time where we can get information. We take for granted. Like even right now, YouTube made superheroes. YouTube gave we didn't even have the knowledge. Like I mean, like me, I'm deep into the Delbert Blair, the Bobby Hemmett. You know, I get into all that stuff, but a lot of it, you know, if you wasn't there and had the tapes, you know, a lot of us didn't get hip to it again into YouTube, and people start putting this stuff up. So even right now, everything you want to do is on YouTube. You want to make a car, you want to make a UFO. You want to do anything, but we
there's some knowledge on there that you can take from it to help you
and learn how to do it.
I want to make a UFO.
Fix your car. Let me give that little joke. You want to fix your car? Just go on YouTube.
Donny Arcade is right about that. There's a video that shows you how to do that. Did you?
Huh?
I watched.
Yeah, you got to make the library though, because one day YouTube ain't gonna be there.
No,
one day we gonna look up.
Make the library.
You gotta put it, manifest it into physical.
That's the blackout that's coming. That's that great reset.
Yeah, you gotta download it. Like me, I make libraries of all the shit that's online.
That's right.
I get it offline. So even if I can't get online, I got all my tutorials and videos.
Right.
Because
Very
I
smart.
think, you know
Very
what?
smart.
Yeah. One day we're gonna go to YouTube and it's gonna be like, oh no, all this stuff gone.
Gone, huh?
Yep.
All those pictures,
She's
everything,
gone.
all of that.
We're gonna have to do a
All
library.
the recipes, all the health stuff, everything that we think that we need, that we take for granted, like it's always gonna be there.
Facts.
You know, it
Facts.
might not be there.
Facts. That's why I say, man, it's important, man, to, you know what I'm saying, be self-sufficient, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because I always think, like, you know, like you said, what if this is all gone? Where's your library at? Where's gonna be your boxes of treasures? Where's the things that you gonna have to be able to pass down to the next generation? So when the future generations come in, that technology start to manifest itself again. That's what I really believe, is that a lot of this is old technology, but the people who held on to some of that old technology, they're the ones who's benefiting from it now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's real.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, we got to, man.
Got to.
If you look at yourself as a kingdom, you know, you gotta have your own.
That's right.
Yeah, you just got to be proactive to do the work, you know, and that's how the universe, you know, I mean, that's what, like with me, it's all about the paradigm, man. You know, like I'm beyond this universe. That's why I love the knowledge and I study it, but I'm beyond the books. You know, I'm like,
you got to stay just like that. You might got to be like that all the time.
Niggas that shit, George.
Yeah, I'm beyond the books, man. You know, because it's too much knowledge to be put in a definition. That's why I hate definitions, because I'd be like, you know, this definition might be 30% right. It's not, you know, it's just like calling the sun the sun. You'll talk to the sun and motherfucker be like, my name ain't the sun. You know, I do way more than you think I do. You know, you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? So we really don't know, you know, a lot of things as deep as we should know, you know, and that's why sometimes I like to just study nature, and I like to just study, you know, other things outside of human shit, man. If I'm thinking human, then, you know, I'm locked in human kind of matrix thought.
Yeah, because you're going to be like, they're going to be coming up to you and go, I don't think you should do it like that. I don't think you should do it like that. And they start poking it. I don't think that's the right way to do it. And then, you know, man, like, come on, yo. You just throwing a monkey wrench in the, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
That's why you don't listen to, you just listen to self. And that's what you go by. You know what I mean? Flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, yo. That's it. It's just
real talk.
Word.
Yeah.
You blow the breath of life.
Yeah.
You sit up there.
People specialize in that, yo. I've had so many people tell me, man, your piece is too big, man. You do this and that and that. And I'd be like, shut the fuck up, get away from me.
Yeah, you make them bigger. You hit them right in the head with it. Because they be saying, they're not going to do anything but just judge. You know what I'm saying? Look at AD. You just do all of this by itself. You know what I'm saying? AD just, man, you've been like that, though.
But they saw us on day one, man, when we had like no background at all.
Nothing, yo.
It was just, you could see the light switch in the back. You could see the patio.
I was just going, fear.
Yeah.
I was breaking out fear because it was my first time just sitting up here, man. And I was like,
well,
man,
you know, a lot of the times, man, and Priest, you know what I go through.
Yeah.
Priest already know what time it is with me. And I just be around a bunch of wackos. And they probably look. Yeah. They probably watching this shit, watching the podcast.
I lost weight now a little bit.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's our first episode, yo.
But yo, that's how you start off, God. That's how you start off.
Look at that headphone.
It's all good.
Above the clouds, the sun is out. See? And it's just the order of nature. So when it says
one camera,
face everything and rise, because you put your face
two
in the
cameras.
sun, that beautiful light right there. And even if it's cloudy.
So now they see what the background actually looks like.
Where's he told back then?
Yeah, but he barely popped up.
Yeah, he was like, nah, this ain't gonna blow.
Using a wide angle.
He's like, he probably walked in there. Oh yeah, appreciate it. Now
was the
what
main
they
hater,
doing?
Yo.
It ain't gonna blow up though.
Yeah, now he's like, yeah, let me go out there.
Let me go see what these guys. You know what? They got a roll. He probably told AD 100 times, yo, man, why you got these guys coming over here, man?
For real.
Yeah.
This is me and your house. They can't come over no more.
He don't even think it's my house.
No. He knows it's his house.
Yeah.
It's really my house. Yeah. You go sleep on the couch, yo. It's like, no. I'm just saying.
No joke, yo.
For real.
Man, should we play that joint?
What you want to do?
Hey, I say let's give him a new one, man. We're gonna give him something new. We're gonna give him a couple new ones.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, we gotta give him something, man. Like it's on the next level what I'm picturing, man. You know, I'm gonna just send you some tracks.
Oh, okay. It's divine.
Oh no, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Peace to the God. Peace to the God.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna give him something new, man.
Word. Yeah, we're gonna give him that too. Unless you, we gotta put that one. You know it's heat.
I'm gonna hit it with the Merkaba.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was that. Now I wanted it.
Yeah, you can hit it with the Merkaba.
Okay.
That one hits hard.
Oh yeah. Wait for AD to come back. All right, y'all about to get an exclusive because y'all. We got to do a video for this, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, play the Merkaba.
Whose track is this?
Oh, my bad.
About to be exclusive, only 110. That's because BC and Donny up here. What up, Vine?
Good.
Peace
to the God.
Peace, Lord.
Peace.
Okay, what we doing?
Pull up Merkaba. Play Merkaba for him.
Merkaba.
Yeah.
Ooh. Which one? The Merkaba? I said that in a rhyme. I said
Hey, we going in. We're going in with that one.
Wait, is it unreleased?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, this is you.
No, it's whole Priest, but you know.
He's got a million songs, probably.
For real, you have no idea.
I swear.
This is it, yo.
I thought I had a lot of songs.
We're taking it to the fountain, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna take it to the fountain on this one. You should
Okay, here we go. Never heard before.
Merkava.
Oh wait, I think
All the directions are even on the tetrahedron. Northern, southern, western, eastern. The Ormus woman connects the regions. Build a mortgage at the summit, the esoteric meaning. From the waters anamorphic, a portrait with semen. Born Dagon, all day long. I open the Torah to arrest the demons. Catch the phoenix. I accept I'm dreaming. Every breath I'm breathing. I turn electric once I let the chi in. While they say they pledge allegiance to the head of England, instead I'll be walking with the 7 witnesses on the premises of the indigenous pyramids. Their position is by the greatest architects that carved the steps with precisionists under the star Sirius. A time marked primitive, fine art and linguistic glyphs. Each rhyme is intricate penmanship to remembrance. The mind is unlimited. The microphone murderer. I'm the interpreter of the Merkava. Santos said our earth was circular, and at every ocean you can't find a curvature. Man is knowledge, even though women are the first nurturers. We are the sun, even though they gave birth to us and put the universe in touch. Does God exist? Put me inside the king's chamber and I'll pick apart the myth. Each of my bars are fit inside of the Ark of the Covenant, then lift it out of the sarcophagus. I and Glory made a partnership. You disagree, I hear narcissists in your arguments. Do you overstand? That just makes me more marvelous. With raw, pure consciousness. Who defaced all the gods and broke the noses? Thutmose or Akhenaten's Moses. Nature balance, roses against the lotus. My language is silent. A quiet film watching explosions. The ancients surround them. From higher realms, heavenly.
That's a little bit, man.
That was on a rocket floating through space.
That's a meditation track right there.
You gotta
see, you know what they gotta do for you? They gotta open up a VR arcade. Donny arcade, know what I'm talking about? You go into the VR arcade, you feel me, God? You go in there, you put the visor on, and you go into the Killah Priest realm.
Oh man!
And you meet Killah Priest inside of the virtual world.
Man.
Oh man, that's it.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, no doubt, no
That's
doubt.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
That thing dope, man. So what's that from? Something for the new album?
Yeah. That's from upcoming project. Yep.
Am I on that one?
You
gonna put all those on that one? I mean.
Hey,
Priest got a lot of stuff, man.
Go ahead and give him a snippet of the other one, Priest.
Hey.
Go ahead and give it to him, man.
Pineal.
Let's go ahead, man.
Damn.
Let's do it.
I'm the project prophet. I was predicted to come. My soul cast a shadow.
Nah.
That sound like Tron. That sound like Tron,
That sound like Tron.
That came out of nowhere.
Right.
I know. What's the name of it?
I think you named. I don't want to. Did you name it Portal? I know it was something like that.
It's Portal.
Oh yeah.
I said Pineal. Yeah.
He actually put it.
Yeah, Portal.
You named
I was trying to figure out. I was like, I know I got my bag, Portal. I said Pineal, my bag, y'all.
All right, here we go.
That was a very fast snippet right there.
Damn.
Not that one.
Exclusive.
You had to turn it off real fast.
Arcadian.
Brand new.
From the Portal.
Donny Arcade on the beat. Please.
Immortal. Manifestation of belief to disappear into thin air completely, then reappear being aware of frequencies. It's 528 hertz. I say my verse. I live a life that will outlive me. The eye on the dollar make the pyramid see. Big brother watching everything, a pyramid scheme. Ascend from the motherland, Sirius B. Suya spice and Nigerian tea. Israelites, various multiples of C. That's speed. Speaking like the great Gatsby. That's good touch. Keep it cool and Classy, I'm magic like Johnson. Perform magic like Godson. Walk on water, made carbon. King of Acadia like Sargon. Wing like Palladians or the dog one. Anubis, build me a statue 30 cubic. Turn to a castle, worthy music. Caduceus, up the spine of Confucius. Of our time, then out the mind. Here's a jewel kid. Bible shown, turn to a microphone, then it's Twilight Zone. Black Mirror, the rap killer in the night alone. Creeping down the dead in blood.
Come on, we got the fire on.
Oh, man. Wow. Man, I like that flute in there, man.
Hey, appreciate that. You know.
Yo, when I first heard that beat, I was like, oh, this is.
Yeah, that's like a walk along song.
You just sound like we got to go overseas and shoot the video or something, for real.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do. Oh, this is gonna be crazy, yo. Somebody said sage music. I like that.
Yeah.
Sage music. Yeah.
I got that.
No doubt. Yo, y'all getting exclusive tonight. Yo, so what we gonna do now?
Hey, let me go in, please.
All right.
Yeah, because me and Donny Arcade worked on a project as well.
Okay.
And we're trying to premiere tonight. So.
All right, so let's do it.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Me and my cousin we're about to drop a new album, right? And we told Donny to work on our single. And
nice.
he did a great job, man. You guys got to see it.
All right, but we got to give you your props and your flowers.
Oh, man.
Because you brought Donny Arcade to the visual on this platform, this Podcraft.
That's right.
You did that, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. Thanks a lot, Donny, for everything, brother.
I thank you, brother, man. I humbly appreciate all y'all, and man,
no doubt,
and
man.
especially you, Danny, man, because you plugged us all together, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Word.
That's the plug, Danny.
Dream come true, man.
Danny Salinas.
So what we doing?
What we doing, man? We here.
I had a project. Well, like Priest, I'm also a visionary as well. So,
Okay.
So I wrote a song called Conquest with my cousin Richie.
Yeah.
Richie Salinas is Danny Salinas.
Yeah.
And we presented it to Donny Arcade.
Right.
And he did an amazing job.
Okay.
Crazy.
The whole project.
He mixed it?
No, he did the visuals.
The visuals for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
Okay, that's even better.
AD actually mastered the song.
Hey, look at AD.
But
Finally,
that under the butt.
Finally, someone is taking our advice. Call up brother AD. He had your beat sounding like Star Wars.
And and we added like a couple things, but I sent it to you on your email, AD.
Yeah, you all set?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Exclusive tonight, yo.
Tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Traveling with the king gave me the compass, making my way through the universe. Gotta stay watchful when we enter the conquest. Never let a man get a hold of your power. Been on the ship and I float for hours. Anything we find, we should claim it. Ours. Feeling in my soul, got a hold of my ability. Every single dream that I desire. Birds in the sky telling me I won't fail. Fishes in the sea telling me to set sail. I got 10 shares right behind my two. Come on, let me be. Look at me, I'm not scared. You know someone gotta do it. I know it's not fair. I've been searching for the new land, it's not there. So you better follow me, and I'm like this there. And I might get judged, but I don't care. Cause you never know. Never know. No one never told. No one never told ya. Story of the soul. Story of the soldier. Story of the war. Story of the warrior. Cause you never know. Never know.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh, I already see where this is going.
I already know.
Kid Bebe Avatar, man.
That's fire.
And the journey set is so for the warrior, surfing the waves on the way to the temple. The future was made up, though, for the warrior. God told him, look up at the stars. Come and take a trip, come and live with the warrior. Me and my folks, yeah, we live in large. All we do is plant, ain't life in the sacred earth, and we sacrifice, and it's all for the God. Never mind the plan. I can feel it in the sand. See it in the waves. Something close and in. Please tell me it's true. These men are sent by you because they offered us a dream in return for all the dreams. Oh my, oh God Almighty, I smell the blood. They don't come in peace. Tell a man to be ready to fight these guerrilla tactics on the enemies. Tell the Aztec Empire stay close. Tell the kids and the women to lay low. My son, take a boat, take an arrow. Protect the tribe, not you the man. Stand by, stay safe for the time being. Take care of your mother. Tell I love them. It takes a few days, we gon' make you weak. Show these men that we won't retreat. And then we all say a chance that it don't make. Well, there's nothing left to do but to migrate. Look up at the sky for the star Polaris. Bloodline flows with a new fate.
Of course you never know. Never know. No one never told. No one never told ya. Story of the soul. Story of the soldier. Story of the war. Story of the warrior. Of course you never know. Never know. No one never told. No one never told ya. Story of the soul. Story of the soldier. Story of the war. Story of the warrior.
Dope, man.
We tried, please.
hey, man, you ain't tried. You did it, man. Don't be sitting up here saying you tried.
Only at the
Very
Killah Priest
good,
podcast.
Very good. Visuals is dope.
Y'all killed that song for real.
Yeah, let me. Every time the UK, like, it's something about Danny, man. It's like when I hear your songs, it's always because there's a lot of native before. I used to listen to your songs when you play, and it was always like a. It always gave me that First Nation vibe, and it's everything was smooth. You know, I relate to that, so it's like it's like really into the spirit.
And we have that connection, Priest.
Yeah, exactly. So
man,
the song period, man. Yeah, the song period is dope. The video, Donny.
Yeah,
you are a beast, man. You need a TV. I see what you're saying, AD. Now, when you really look at it, that was a TV show.
Details. That's the details.
That's like the new. You remember that cartoon, Davy? It was Davy and Goliath. It was him and his dog.
Yeah,
and they used to be walking around like puppet.
Right.
It's like the new version of Upgrade 2021. Remember, it used to be like, dude.
Appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that, man. You know, I appreciate the opportunity just to do the video too, man. Because you know, they actually, gave me a whole storyline of how they wanted it, man. You know, so it was a challenge to try to just pull it off and get the costumes right. You know, and we did what we did in a short amount of time, man. So
let's show them what they did. AD, what's that video?
With the dancing one?
Yeah. Well, that's when we played it tonight when cats come to y'all.
We're going to switch up to something a little silly. Just a little disclaimer for those at home, but it's funny. I'm going to make it so that Donny can see it on his end here. Hold on. Here we go. Screen one. All right, here we go.
That's when they cut our face.
Was that you?
You got a shit? You got a shit?
There you go. Check out the air work.
You ain't shit to me.
Nigga.
Man, you gonna stop falling back to the music. Because that movie getting old, man.
But you can't do it. Or you can't do this on concrete.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Damn, man.
The dude running away made it hilarious.
He destroyed himself.
Come on, man.
Head
Niggas
first,
gotta
man.
stop drinking, man. And, you know,
Man.
gotta slow down, man. You know what I'm saying?
Head first, man.
Hey, yo, man, niggas gotta slow all the way down,
it's the way.
man.
Yo, yeah.
Hey, on concrete, though.
Yo, the
Niggas
chat
make sure to
room
put
is laughing
emphasis
their
on that
ass
shit.
off. You got the chat room.
We gotta play that every episode off.
Oh my
That was
God.
the ultimate because he knew he had it though. He knew he had it, and it's just like he said, it was like, let me take it to the next level. And it was like
I'm about to do a
yeah,
flip.
yeah, exactly, man. The chat room, man, we had that for y'all, man. That's when we slapped cats in the head tonight, man.
God damn.
Yo, I know everybody died.
You know,
I know that's the funny. Yo, you could just pick it from.
You got a
Nigga.
headache after that.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yo,
Lord, niggas gotta
music was.
drinking, y'all.
Yeah, man. All right, moving right along, man. The music was dope.
It's more on the way, man.
Vaughn,
You
you
know,
gonna
that's
come on?
just the.
Well, there's more on the way, right?
More on the way.
All right, Divine up in the building, man. He gonna come through, man. Word. Cuzzo's back out here. Yo, let's make some
man,
noise.
yeah.
You gonna stick around and we're gonna listen to the music right now. We're gonna move on to the music.
Oh yeah,
that's
about
fine.
to move on to the music right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I got to bust a move in a minute, but
All right.
I'll check out the first few.
All right, okay. Yo, Vine up in the building.
Hey.
Yo, Divine 7 back in the building.
What's up, man?
Danny sitting in there. It's good. Yo,
We
what's
out
the
here,
sign?
please. We're out here, man.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
great.
Maintaining.
Indeed. You know me.
Yeah,
In and out,
Yeah,
back and forth.
exactly. Mars Thursday. No doubt.
Oh yeah.
Make
Oh
the-
yeah.
Word, yeah, exactly.
Prime Day.
Yo, so we in here.
Good,
Vine back
good.
in the building. Yo, Donny Arcade. Yeah. Yo, where you at? You in
Yeah, I'm in Georgia, man. You know, I'm not
you
too
in
far
ATL?
from Atlanta. You know,
Oh, okay,
originally
you're
I'm
Georgia.
from Cleveland, though. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. That's where I'm from.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Georgia, yo. Next time I come out there in Georgia, man, I'm gonna holler at you.
Georgia.
All right, yeah, man. Make sure,
I
man.
got so many folks down there in Georgia, Alabama, man. It's crazy.
There you go.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout
we gotta
out
get it.
Vine.
I see what you're doing with the skateboards, man. What you got popping off with the skateboard?
Oh yeah, man. Check out the skateboard. We still got that plug. Yeah, I got the 2 skateboards out right now. I'm about to get a sneaker
Okay.
too. So yeah, that's my man for Footprints, Jason. We got the 2 classic. We got the classic Killer Priest, and we got the Planet of the Gods. Planet of the Gods.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's dope, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's super
exactly.
dope.
Yeah, man. It's my people. We try to do this little club thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lounge, the little lounge tea thing.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk.
Hey,
yeah,
we
downtown.
got to, man. We got a lot to work on, man. You know, and it's just an honor to, anything you need, man. Just let me know, man. You know I got you.
We got to send them the Royal Precinct V.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got
If whatever you want to do.
at K9. We got Lil Da Vinci in the building. All right, so AD, this is your part.
Okay, so we're going on to the song promo segment. This is where we play tracks that were submitted by you guys, the viewers, the ones that are, up and coming artists, up and coming beat makers.
Yeah.
And we got about 5 to go through today. So I'm gonna share the
Power.
screen so Donnie can see. The first one we're gonna do was submitted by Grammatron, Gleric, Thirsty Idiots by Producer X. It's a video. Hold up. Take it from the top. Take it from the tippy. Here we go.
Black myth, the demented IFO, order of the mutated cyborg, digital monkey, 10-faced dragon, Jin Cherokee. Articulate, abstract, avant-garde, ancestral, blazing fires. Box between beautifully broken binaries, books, Bermuda, computers. Culture conquered, divided, dazed in darker days, dehydrated dungeon dwellers, elevated egos, emos, future frontiers fractured, gully, grim, grammaton cleric.
Rituals in front of the Shiva statue, experiment to open a black hole. Serpent religion, creating events and recite the sacred knowledge from the tablet of thought. Bring the light to the dark wave. Rematon cleric, Sumerians, hypodermic descends to bring the disorder to the new world order. Control heavily storm with mutilation. The Himba with the superhuman abilities. Who cares what's the shape of the earth? We don't even have the piece of land. Destruction theories emerging. I make it drown from a lizard skin. I'm the Nubian, the one with the darkest skin, painted on stones with yolks on my neck. If we heard of a market of private parts in the vendor region, organ harvest in the big society, apparently the huge market, waste the morality. They give you a cookie for blood donation, this tasty idiots.
Super sacred signs, parables that only God can solve. Adam Calendar, stonemasons, ancient ones, initiated at a mountain where Abraham almost killed Isaac. Jai Ganesh Yoga, Karma, Kaba, fingerprint, circular rotation mark the center. Bin dungeon, grammaton, cleric, tetra, extra. Read all about it, chiseled in time, in the speed of sound. Light frequency avatar, chanting Zen mantras from the Mahabharata to channel my chakras.
Who's woo in the zoo? I got a full load, you're gonna need a whole crew. Chance the format and realize lies, civilized minds, camel shepherds in the Arabian desert. It's gonna be a bad weather. I land from the ageless yogis in the secret mountains of Zorg and Gadget. Put you in the casket, don't keep carrying books, you need to learn, kid. I'm talking to you about the rappers. Guess who still benefits? I've witnessed the pyramid scheme crash. Everyone in the township was a victim of madness society.
Yo, true story shit. Silicon-based life form. Read your books. From now till 2070 something. One thing.
All right, so that was Grammaton Gleric from South Africa. Thirsty Idiots by Producer X. Wow.
Yo, that was
how'd you like that?
I know I ain't on the mic,
That
but I
was
like
dope.
that shit, yo.
That was super dope.
Right?
Yeah, that beat was wild.
Yeah, they on it. Them guys.
It was like choppy, but they made it work. You know what I'm saying? It was like they made it work.
Intricate with the flow.
It kind of had that Mighty Hebrew feeling.
Mighty Hebrew be all over this shit.
Oh, Danny got the cool guy sunglasses on.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yo, we could do that. I looked that up to see how he did that.
Come over here with y'all.
There's a thing we could do that. AD.
Yeah.
That Dave Waskett. Yo, that was fire, yo.
I said, "Nay, don't flip me over."
For all three, yeah, that was dope.
Rasul,
Everything
I have a real chair if you want to use the real chair.
Everything about it was
This is
dope.
kind of cool.
Okay.
I'm tall, guy.
Okay. It's all good.
Like, what do you think? What do you think?
Everything about that song was dope.
Yeah, they want me to put the artist name in the chat. I'll do that for you guys right now. Yeah, people like that. That was dope. I got no comments on the production. I got no comments on that. It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah. It's like playing basketball. They shooting the ball.
Yeah.
Get high, watch it.
No, it's artistic.
I'm down.
In its own
Shooting
way.
too much ball. That's
Okay.
pass.
Moving on. The next one is by Secret Underworld from Massachusetts. It's called Liber Chaos.
Hey, going, Donny. Going.
Hey. It's up to you, Donny. Just a beat.
Space out like the Anunnaki.
I don't know. I don't know. A verse could drop right here.
That's like a long
Oh, maybe it is a beat. Very spacey.
Hey, that thing jamming right there, though.
It's like a fast rap, right? Yeah. It almost sounds like a Donny Arcade beat, right? Right.
It lightweight too.
Right?
It kind of do, for real.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I pick out.
That flow you just did, yeah.
futuristic. All right, Secret Underworld from Massachusetts, Liber Chaos. Pretty cool. I would, of course, turn the snare up and turn the bass drums up a little bit. I would just raise the drums up in general. I see what you're doing with the spacey, but I would still make the drums a little bit more dominant. I want my head to nod a little bit. I want to feel that boom, boom, ba, boom, 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 ba. You know what I'm saying? That's all I would do. What y'all think?
I thought it was dope.
It had a vibe.
Yeah, it was pretty hot. That shit was hot.
Nice.
Dope beat.
We needed Max if it's for the whip
real
or not.
musical, had a little orchestra thing going on.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, man.
It was all right.
Yep. Okay, next up, we are on to YouTube videos. This one's from Nolan. It's called Dark Winter.
Oh, shit. I like that name.
Right? Let me get it.
Dark
so
Winter.
that
Sound like an album title.
Yeah, it does.
Donnie can see. Okay. Give me a second here. Here we go. Dark Winter.
Hey, it's that Dark Winter 2.
You got that evil laugh.
Year number 2 of that Dark Winter shit. Hey, are you guys really ready for another disc? Hey, might not wanna miss this. It's the Genesis. Nolan and DJ SK. Hey, still selling that shit. Yeah, still selling that. Yo, every summer moving, hey, you know I'm just trying to get this Hummer, man. But heavy mileage and gas prices got me committing sins with ISIS, and I just got done talking to rock, talking about that hip hop king, that rock camp spitting. Imagine me in 2010, rocking what little I had, but now it's 2021, 2022, and I got my 22, my Glock and my AK-47. Still rich enough to look like I'm 47, still sporting by the year 2020. Shit, hey, I got a 25 years on this earth, but I don't really give a damn. I'm just going ham, going ham. It's that tight beat. Yeah, it's that high sheet. Yeah, it's that heavy production. On this fucking beat, I've been spitting heat and spitting fire. Yo, situations may be dire, but I'm sending shots at the opposition. Yo, fire away. Yo, fire away. Sending shots at the opposition. Yo, I've been on a mission, man. I'm moving plenty houses around. It's like a chess game.
All right.
Man, fuck all the lames.
That was Nolan with Dark Winter.
Yeah.
How you guys like that?
We'll leave it to it.
How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling, Donnie? What you think?
Hey, man, you know, I really feel like, man, it's all about, I mean, when it comes to music, man, it can work. You know what I'm saying? If it might not work for us, you know, and it might not be nothing I might personally ride to, but I can see, you know, a market for, you know, for a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying?
You
to
ever
me,
heard of Young
it's
Lean?
not, I haven't heard of Young Lean, you know, but it didn't sound bad. It didn't sound like, okay, it sounded like it served its purpose for what he was trying to do. You know, try to, you know, kind of make something kind of ill, you know, like, all right, I'm just going to do an ill crazy style and,
I'm not
you
quite
know, do his thing.
I feel you, brother. I'm not quite as politically correct as you, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I thought it was butt. Now, that's not the saying that it's not a market for it. There's a lot of butt songs out there that make a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying to stop doing what he's doing. Keep doing what you're doing. But me personally, it would I would trash it. I don't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the lyrics. I didn't like the beat. You know what I'm saying? Me personally. That's just me personally.
Yeah, I feel you.
The real question will be if you will pump that in the whip.
Well, I say that I would say that
You have to get close to the mic.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be talking in front of him. Listen, I agree with Donnie, man. I don't particularly like to always talk about people's music, and you know, you can do whatever you want in your own studio, in your own house, and I think that kind of sounds trap. Would you say who's the guy you was talking about? Trappy? He sound like a trap, like one of them trap songs. Like
I said Young Lean.
Young Lean. There you go, Priest. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I guess yeah. That's probably,
you don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, his vocals are soft spoken. He's kind of a soft spoken rapper. If you're gonna do that, you really got to compress your vocals.
Didn't
really
he say he looked 47 and he's 25 or something? I mean, the lyrics was trash, man. The lyrics was not clever. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing clever about the lyrics, bro, man.
Just keep going.
You know what I'm saying?
All we can say is keep going.
Come on now.
Keep doing your thing.
Keep it 100, man.
You know what I'm saying? There's levels.
I'm just all right.
Realness, man.
Okay.
All right. You ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, next up, we got DJ Aurora Borealis has returned with Subconscious Wordplay. Here we go.
Borealis.
I can't really hear that. It sounds like this is a good one.
It's taking you something, right?
Yeah, I can mess with this. Yo, Freeze, you got called this lead, yo. You look at me like that. Look, divine film. Yeah, all right.
All right, DJ Aurora Borealis with a track called Subconscious Wordplay. All right, I mean he goes for that abstract sound, obviously unorthodox.
Yeah.
I told him to turn up his snares, but he don't he want to do his thing, and that's cool. The mix can always be subjective, as with music. So
it's all about putting the right things with the right thing. It's just like a million ingredients. Some ingredients don't work with certain shit. But you fuck around and put somebody like West Side Gun on there, where they rap on that unauthorized, offbeat kind of stuff. It'd be a grimy ass hit on some ill shit.
Absolutely.
It was like a solid foundation. You know what I mean? It sounded like something to build on. You know what I mean? I don't think I would accept it as like a finished product, but it's definitely a solid foundation to build on.
Yeah.
There you go.
I agree. I agree as well. I like the way the foundation sound, and he got something going on with that joint right there. Yeah. Keep going, my brother. DJ Royal Borealis. Sorry.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I like the vibe, but it was just that one sound kind of took me off a little bit.
But the vibe, it was getting to me. All right.
It was weird. Yeah, that was weird. But consistent. So it's just a foundation. That's it.
All right.
Something to build on.
We got two more tracks. These next two.
Some of those tracks make me feel like stabbing somebody.
Well, it's Halloween almost time.
Yeah,
it's Halloween time, so that works.
Yeah, I'll check out these two. I'm gonna check these two out. Then I'm gonna bust a move, man.
All right, for sure. Here we go.
Yeah.
Next one is by K9, the one and only.
K9.
Y'all know K9. Here we go.
Yeah. One time. Yeah. Hey. Mama said it's all in the wrist. Niggas act like they your dog and then they switch.
It's a video.
Yeah. This shit looking like a glitch. Hold up. Yeah. Hey. Feel like it's all in the wrist. Niggas act like they your dog and then they switch. Niggas act like they your dog, then they turn bitch. Niggas act like they your dog till you get rich. Yeah, this shit got a glitch. I always been the one that try to take it up high, way above the sky limit. My emblem engraved in a headrest, that's how I'm living. Follow my passion, I bet you I'll get it. Niggas see me but can't see me, something like the right tenant, God's children. Yeah, shit, that's who I'm trying to preach to. All's behind my back, I still could reach you. Words are powerful. Soul food is what I'm trying to feed you. Time is running down, the hourglass is looking less than an hour full. I'm powerful like chilling in the cut. No need to brag, these chickens already know what's up. Cautious about my energy, she trying hard to fuck. I don't do chicken though, I don't give a pluck. I'm raw as fuck, yeah. Protected by the maker though. On a mission to see me and mine, can't get no. They be like, nah, what you waiting for? I tell them patience been a virtue when I'm applying patience, so I'm waiting, Joe. But mama said it's all in the rest. Niggas act like they your dog and then they, oh. This shit looking like a glitch, hold up. Yeah.
Yeah, give it up, K9.
That was fun.
Yeah, yo, K9 always comes with style.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like his camera angles, his videos, everything is his styling. And that's dope. And it's a definitive style. You know what I mean? Like you hear it, you know that's a K9 thing.
That kind of reminds me of the Griselda sound. You know what I mean? I was, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was tight.
It was one of those beats without the drum beat. You know, just a straight loop.
Yeah.
K9. So we're gonna get K9 on the show pretty soon.
Yeah.
K9, whenever
He's
you're
in
ready.
The Royal fam. I mean the Royal Priesthood.
Yeah. Okay, last one. You ready? You already know who it is.
Voltage.
The one and only.
Oh, what we gonna do?
Voltage.
Beatmaker.
Ooh.
Ghetto Gandalf.
Shut up, Voltage.
Voltage controller.
Voltage is the truth.
Let's go.
Always has that mystical sound. Mystical before,
yeah.
No more we can say.
All right.
Nothing we can say bad about that.
Yo,
you get to was tight. Yeah, that was tight.
Yo, if you guys are interested in submitting your tracks for the next song promo, it's at killerpriest.tv/song promo. There's a sign up form right there. Sign it up and send in your tracks, and we will play it on the next episode. And the deadline is when the next show starts. So if you submit after that, we'll just play it on the next episode after that. And our next show is on Monday.
Yeah.
At 5 o'clock.
Yep. Hey, I want to thank Donny Arcade for coming through the building. We're going to send you off for the UFO too, bro. You know what I mean?
Much love, man. Appreciate all y'all, man. AD, McKemper, Rasul.
Yeah.
Danny, Salinas.
Man, thanks for coming in.
Killer Priest, man.
No doubt.
Hey, much love, man. I love the show, man, and everybody on the show, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate y'all.
Yo, You can leave with us. We're gonna be out of here right now. Or you can just bounce out now, man. I want to thank everybody in the chat room. Coach Kadaka doing a 1 and 2s. K9 in the building. Yo, we got something coming too. It's gonna be great. The Rocketeers and the Craftsmen. I want to thank Danny Salinas coming all the way through here, yo.
Man, thanks, Breeze. You already know how it is.
Yeah. Anything you want to say?
Just shout out Donny Arcade for everything, and shout out to
much love.
Yeah,
thank you, bro, man. Truly appreciate you, man. All the times putting me on the show, man, and all y'all giving me the good feedback, man. I truly appreciate it, man. So much more on the way, man. I got a lot of work to do, man. I've been real busy, man, just studying. But I'm really about to give the world a lot more of what I can do, because it's important, man. We gotta leave monuments and make monuments and use our talents to the best degree possible. And I think we all been blessed with, talents, man. So, man, let's put it out there, man, and let's just work together, man, and support each other too, man.
Yeah. True indeed.
All right. Yo. All right, so we up out of here, yo. AD.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, make sure.
Priest podcast.
And make sure y'all get to that Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Get the Patreon. Brand new Killah Priest in there. Make sure. And whoever ordered the t-shirts, they coming real soon. Next time they be coming to you, man. So don't worry about it.
Peace to all the gods and all the earths out there.
Yeah.
Peace.
Ooh, Mank is back.
Like Russell Simmons. All right, y'all.
Hey, what's up? Let's get it.
Land the plane. You can start crying again. There you go. Yo, I wonder if you know his cry went all over the planet. No, you gotta end. We gotta end with that dance again. So, you gotta end with the flip. Flip it out.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm trying to find that one song that somebody requested earlier.
Oh, Lotus.
Was that what that was?
Lotus Flower, yeah.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see you guys on Monday.
Lotus Flower. All right.
That one right there, right? Damn, there's a couple.
It don't matter. It's the same thing, yeah. You can play the video one.
This one?
Nah. Lotus Flower. Yeah.
All right, peace.
Peace out.
You went all about hell, damnation, judgment day, salvation.
Should have seen it, man. It was beautiful, man. The way his heart lifted like a glass of champagne. Fame stretched off his name from Brooklyn Projects to hoods in Fort Wayne. Standing applause by the hands on the clock. Above the audience watch. Pitch dark as he stood on his block. The night was agitated. D's invaded with affidavits. Placing faces in cases. Some were crack related. The young dude stood on his cue. Spoke to his crew. Words were smooth. Watch how we move. Glock on him too. Fly words next to the ears of his peers. Words sincere. Tied up prepared. 89 and fly gear. Before Ozzy took it there. Said this is Sodom and Gomorrah. Years and number, days are shorter. We need to switch up, study the Torah. Keep the Shabbat. Change our name, but call our brothers Ak. I'm tired of running, ducking from cops. The crew wrestle with thoughts. No longer the transport and hit little man off. Too many transplants in our camp. We lost. I knew this judge, his words was exceedingly strong. Unnaturally warm. Hand down sentence like a storm. Rain on your bone from his horn. It was classic. How he took the weed and passed it. Dumped the ashes and blew out the cosmic gases. Bridges of dark matter. Giant clusters of rocks. Harmony of the universe. A trillion years of the light. The own within the cosmic world. Rose petals and snow flowers. Water draws up the showers. Fills up the macabre. For love is the true meaning of power. It's gotta be more than just this. They sell us drugs and alcohol and they rich. Took a fall, become poor because of snitch. My will stands as pillars as testaments. Repent to re-strength. There goes that we scent of peppermint. Stay focused, the final hour of approaches. Just try to coach us. The Lord drinks from the cup of the sword saint. Magic fire, Choctaw Indian. We cover our face with war paint. Hold up, I think I need more ink. My arm, the tattoo lady, drew on the Sphinx. Silver needle, that oolong tea, that glitter white. In the winter mountain, where they pick tender leaves, we brew to smell aroma. God called, but I hit like Jonah. I'm in my crib studying yoga.